Hello, and thank you for joining us for our 5th edition Eberron campaign, Shadows Light, where we find out whether I, as a dungeon master, can actually keep my players awake for a whole game.
Shots fired.
So,
Damn.
before we get started, a few channel announcements. First off, content warnings. Uh, this is an actual play Dungeons and Dragons podcast or stream. People die, NPCs, PCs, things like that come up. As well as other traumatic experiences. Some of the PCs have a backstory. If for any reason it's causing you any sort of problems mentally, please, we want you to watch, but we also want you to take care of yourself. Mental health is the most important thing. So if you feel the need to step away, that's perfectly fine. Other thing is spoilers. This show may contain spoilers for the following: the Eberron campaign setting as a whole, the Dreaming Dark novels by Keith Baker, the 3.5 Adventures, Forgotten Forge, Shadows of the Last War, Whispers of the Vampire's Blade, Grasp of the Emerald Claw, as well as Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And yes, I'm going to say that every single time, just because. Now, here is an announcement I forgot to mention to the players beforehand. Someone in the Witches of Woodside Discord, shout out to them, let people know that there is a possible chance tomorrow for a cyber attack event where on all social medias, including Discord, there will be people trying to send you gore, racist insults, unholy pictures. There will also be information thieves, hackers, and doxers. The advice that I've seen is not to accept any friend requests from people you don't know. Stay safe. Let other people know so that they as well are aware that this is something that might be going on. Uh, and if you can be offline tomorrow, that's probably going to be the safest, just to make sure it doesn't matter if it's real or not. The important thing is everyone be careful with this delicate subject. Uh, so please be careful. Uh, and as far as I'm aware, one additional announcement. Unfortunately, our elf monk Nara is not going to be joining us tonight uh, for family reasons. So, but we do have three of our wonderful players here, and we're going to go ahead and get started with character introductions, starting with Claire.
I would say 2.5, but okay.
Alright. So, hi. You can address me as McKnight. I am playing as Claire McKnight, a human paladin who used to be part of House Kenneth.
Mo?
My name is Maury Yolan Hargrave, and I am a halfling cleric from the Talenta Plains.
And Lysera.
Hi, I'm Esme, but you can all know me as Lysarum Moonvale. I am a Circles Massage Druid who is a wood elf, and I'm on a pilgrimage to find my better self.
All right. Now, one last thing before we get into it. Just a reminder: Monday's Memorial Day.
Is it
So,
really?
yes, it
Yep,
is.
I get it off.
What the
I'm kidding.
Everyone be safe. Uh, you know, it's Memorial Day weekend, so here's the safety brief stolen directly from a sound on TikTok. Don't add to the population. Don't subtract from the population. Don't end up in the morgue, the hospital, or jail. If you end up in jail, establish dominance quickly. Enjoy your weekend. Uh, I wish I knew where that was originally from, but I've heard it on TikTok a lot lately. So let's get into this. Previously, on Shadows Light, our party had just finished up a job for Lady Eladrin Devan Kenneth, which took them through the country of Dargoon, through a place called Rose Quarry that was covered in glass, through the secret Kenneth facility, White Hearth, in the Mornland, where they discovered a ally of Claire McKnight had been in prison there for the past 4 years. They've made their way back, returning with the schema that Lady Eladrin had asked them to recover, as well as a creation pattern, which for the Canniths are the way that they managed to create such magical objects and the advancements of the age. Upon returning to Sharn, they had heard that there was a demonstration outside of their home district of High Walls, district where a lot of Syrian refugees, as well as refugees from other of the 5 nations than Brelin, where Sharn's located, make their home in the great city of Towers, the Jewel of the Dagger, as Sharn is known. Upon getting there, they discovered this demonstration was made up of a total of 5 people. Getting in, they ran into a woman by the name of Greykel, who they know and is nicknamed the Mayor of High Walls because she looks out for everybody there. A large, laughing woman, always smiling. The elf monk took off back to his quarters, where he discovered his pretend girlfriend / handler, who informed him that the information she had given him, that part of his job on spying on Claire McKnight, was to kill her when the job was done. This turns out to have been an error. Someone had compromised the way that she received her orders. Claire, for her part, along with her former a soldier that was formerly under her command by the name of Kilk, Hava Kilk, went with Greykel to the Manticore Inn to discuss the possibility of Claire being present when she has to do something about the apartment complex known as Dolores Doorstep, which is essentially a crack house. There's Dream Lily, which is a narcotic being shipped out of there, and one of the commanders of the watch came down and said something about it, and said if that Greykel wasn't able to do something about it, the watch would step in. Claire then proceeded to go shopping the next day, and everyone else went and had a conversation with Lay. Mo taking Lysera and Nara to meet with Lay for the first time. Lay is an artificer that knew one of Mo's friends, Jode, from before Jode passed away here in Sharn, being killed by an Illithid. Talking with her, the party discovered that Lay is not technically human. Her parents created her. She is in fact warforged. She looks just like a human. She even has a dragon mark, which she revealed wasn't real. And she's intending to use the same methods that her parents did to essentially resurrect Dane and Jode, who are currently, their spirits are lost in the realm of dreams in Dalcor.
I'm for it.
So that was an interesting revelation. Claire went shopping, had a talk with Lay herself, got some rather disappointing information, just not as much as I'm sure she was hoping to get, about the heirloom weapon, the Cannith blade that she wields. Lay, being none the wiser, that Claire was once a member of House Cannith and is in fact dragon marked. Mo had a conversation with his neighbor, Ilya, who is a long-haired, gaunt, former Karn, member of the Karnathi military, along with his men, which are actually staying in the same sort of building that's been sectioned off as Mo. Nara went and had a conversation with the master, the one in charge of his monk order, which is part of House Thorani, which none of the other characters know about. They think he's a tour guide.
I don't.
Best tour guide, man. Best tour guide.
So, and gave them the information without revealing names. Did not reveal that Claire was the Cannith, and did not mention Claire's ally, John Cost de Kundarak. Oh, sorry, John Cost Kundarak. He's not marked. So, and then it turns out Cost was in the room. They had a conversation involving the lighter that had been given to Nara's mentor by Cost, and then we started going into downtime. Mo did some research, published a paper, and attracted the interest of a man by the name of Rentz, who had previously worked on creating the star map necklace for Lycera. Because of a
system.
failed insight roll on Rentz's part, he assumed that Lycera recognized him from before he transitioned into being him. And was like, nope, this is awkward, but it's fine. It doesn't have to be. And explained the situation. Everyone was like, okay. Then this is after we had fast forward a couple of weeks. Nara had met his new partner along with Diso, his pretend girlfriend, a KC Tharask, a half-orc. Which, if you've ever seen Chuck, just imagine John Casey. We went back in time a little bit because of issues with timing, and so Lycera was studying, because in her star map, one of the constellations she had found was the symbol for the Emerald Claw, who they dealt with on the last mission. So Lycera was looking up stuff about Karnath and the Order of the Emerald Claw in Wargrave University, when a 14-year-old girl burst into the room, didn't notice her at first, and then tried to lie to Lycera about why she was there. Lycera easily seeing through the lie, and hearing a large Warforged walking outside in the hallway, pulled the girl into the hallway and basically threw her directly into the bus. The Warforged revealed, just with talking with this girl, that her name was Hadith, and with the research Lycera had just been doing, she realized that this was Hadith Ir Wynon, or Vynon in her accent, the sister of Caius III, current king of Karnath. There's a lot of Karnath connections in here, it seems. And that was where we left off last week. It is going to be the same day that was happening.
Felix looks 14. Mo's kind of bad at age. He gets it what happens. That's it.
So we're not going to jump back into with Lycera talking to 3, the Warforged, and Hadith. We're actually going to jump over to another section of the university. This is a section that deals with various planes and specifically any information on the realm of Zoriat, as our halfling cleric is looking into what caused the weird dream he had through the Mournland, or while they were in the Mournland. And so, Mo, you're there doing research. Have you slept yet?
How many days has it been?
Since you last slept, I will say that you haven't had any additional dreams like that one. You slept yesterday.
Okay. Still going.
Okay. Do me a favor. Roll me an Intelligence Arcana check.
It's like I'm rolling actual math dice today.
Hmm?
I'm rolling actual math rocks today.
Math rocks.
Plus 4, 19.
Oh. Damn, son.
Got 15 on the die.
With what you're researching right now, I know you already made a roll last week for it, for this section of time. This is for something very specific. You have not had a dream involving the Dalkir since you left the Mournland. You remember when talking to the Dalkir, he was trying to get you to take some of his knowledge, essentially, with you when you left. With that 19, you are extremely confident that he cannot reach you through the dreams outside of the Mournland.
Do I know
who it is? Do I have information on the ones that
now,
exist?
this roll was specifically to see if you could figure out that you can sleep, so that the dungeon master doesn't have to start imposing disadvantage on everything.
Okay.
But while you're there,
still obsessive mind, I'm gonna stay up for days at a time. Exhaustion is gonna enter into it eventually.
it's a bad idea, man, mechanically speaking. If you want to keep track of where you're on exhaustion levels, I trust you to do that.
If I need to do that, I will.
Yeah, if you're not sleeping for days at a time, you're going to need to do that. But as you're
if
there,
I didn't sleep today or yesterday was the last time I did it, I'm sleeping tonight.
Okay. As you're there, the door to your room opens, and you see this younger-looking girl, I guess in halfling age. She'd look around 30 or something like that. You do the math again real quick, and oh yeah, she's probably only about 14. She has long black hair. She's got this red dress with this black trim. And as she comes in looking confident and looking around. I see that she's not here either.
Are you looking
and that
for
is
someone?
Not a female voice.
Are you looking for someone?
Yes, I was looking for her. This person points to themselves.
I think I know what's happening. I haven't seen you.
And you see, she tilts her head and looks at you. I know you.
Well, given what I think, that could mean anything.
Hargrave. Vassal Hargrave.
Yes.
Ah, yes. We have a friend that's a friend in common. Friend of a friend. It's and you see as her form changes, the dress, which you're assuming by how it's reacting is glamour weave, is changes into a indistinct, just normal outfit, a brown shirt, and a cloak. And the face loses all color, as does the hair, and just all features kind of disappear. You've met a changeling before. My name is Captain Vaughn.
Captain of what? Pleasure to meet you, Maury Hargrave.
Shakes your hand. The King's Dark Lanterns.
Very honored.
Which I assume Josh knows what the Dark Lanterns are.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for a charge of mine and threes that had gone missing. Which, by the way, actually,
here, but I can keep an eye out.
1 second, Mel. Roll me a history check. Because I forgot, you've spent some time in that country.
I've traveled. 16 on the die and a +4 for a total of 20.
Whew. Thinking back to it, you recognize that girl that they were originally pretending to be, because you've seen her in a procession.
You can see all of this working in his head.
Mm-hmm. So you know that was Hadeth Irvinon.
He sort of nods as I figure it out.
I see that you found your way to Sean.
Quite a while ago, actually.
Yes, we had no reason to come here, and 3 was worried that you and the bodyguard that he assigned was uh, we're going to have trouble along the road.
Bodyguard. Oh, Claire.
Yes.
Ah,
Which, with that 20 on that history check, I'll also give you the fact that having been in Rhodes, where you were doing your monastic or your clerical training, you knew about the Dark Lanterns. Obviously, you wouldn't know Captain Vorn, but you would have heard of the King's bodyguard, 3, who is also a paladin of Dolara, just like Claire.
puzzle pieces are just snapping into place for Mo as things are happening around him. He's very happy about it. So, royalty giving you a little trouble?
They seldom do anything else.
Well, yes, that's why they let them be royals, isn't it?
Oh, to be fair, Boronel doesn't particularly like to be a royal. However,
Royalty's a weird concept.
no weirder, I believe, than a tribal chief.
Certain families are better leaders, yes.
That being said, you and your friends, Claire, Lysara, Nara, we may have work for you in the future,
Right, well, Nara's just a tour guide.
of course. And you're just a cleric. You're not, also a scholar at all.
Oh, my work's been published, yes.
Reminder, we actually went back a little bit, so not quite yet.
It's been published before. I've written papers.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I should go see if 3 has had better luck than myself.
I thought I felt some trembling in the floor, so check down below, maybe.
That is the Karnathi archives. What is she looking for? Well,
Couldn't tell you.
it was nice to meet you, Vassal Hargrave.
Absolutely. If you see me again, just say hello. I probably won't recognize you.
Probably not. And he leaves.
Back to studying.
Yep. Lysara, are you going to do anything like talk to 3 or Hadith at all?
I mean, I can, yeah.
I mean, it's up to you. It's just, do I do the scene or do I
can
just
do the scene, yeah.
Okay. So there you are, standing with this who you just discovered was a princess, and a rather large warforged, which you have no idea who 3 is. Although you did hear him referenced Hadith's cousin, who it's not too much of a stretch to figure out that's royal cousin, as in Boronel.
Okay.
Based on the information that you've been given. I'm sorry, 3. I was just trying to find information about my family and the royal succession. I understand, Hadith, but you should not walk around unsupervised. It is not safe.
Yeah, something could happen. But
And you see 3 looks at you and Indeed.
She'll give a wave to 3. I'll wave at 3.
Inside Three's head, I just want to say, don't trust her. She's dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous. Ooh, I've been burned before. Don't trust me. Tell her.
Miss Moonvale, correct?
Yeah.
We have a friend in common.
Do we now?
And he kind of just like looks down at the symbol of Dolora blazoned on his tabard.
Oh, we do have a friend in common. Yeah.
And Hadeth goes, well, then, Tree, if she could supervise me, then I could do the research I was trying to do.
I mean, I don't mind if that's okay with you.
I will wait out here then.
All right. So, what exactly are you supposed to be? What exactly are you researching?
Are you going back in with her as
Yeah,
you're
I'm going
asking
back
this?
in with her.
Okay. I was trying to look up the timeline, and like she makes sure the door is closed behind her, and her voice drops a bit. You get the feeling she doesn't want 3 to quite overhear.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to look up the timeline of my brothers and my birth. There's, and she can I trust you with something?
Of course.
And she moves over to the table, and she pulls out a pack of letters.
Wow, that's a lot of letters there.
It's like 3.
Oh.
I said a pack, but it's like 3 letters. And she said, these are the letters I've received from my brother, these last 2 years since I've been in Bradland.
Mm-hmm.
And she opens up one, and this is not how my brother writes.
So you're thinking somebody may have forced us?
I think that maybe it is possible that being king is hard on him. That he may have changed or something. I know I am worried about my brother, and Bornell tells me not to be worried. But he is. This is not the brother, and has not been acting like my brother since he took the throne.
Uh-huh.
And I was curious if there was anyone who had known him. I was still fairly young. If anyone knew of him changing like this, and there's all sorts of people here, Sean. So I was thinking that if I could see somebody that he went to Rekimak with.
So you could find the cause and maybe try to find a way around it.
Yeah, or maybe discovers that he gets into moods.
That could be it too, but maybe not.
I know that he was born in 972. So he's 30 now. I know that he went to Reckenmark Academy when I was shortly before I was born. Would you mind helping me with this?
I don't mind helping you, know.
Okay. I'm gonna make an investigation check for her with advantage because you're helping.
Yeah.
Good thing for that advantage. Because one of those was a natural 1.
Oh no.
The other was a 14 on the die, however. And she gets a +2 to that.
Okay.
Because she's a kid, she's not proficient, but she's actually pretty smart. Just so we're clear, both for players and anybody watching, I don't have her stats. I'm making this up.
Yeah. Made up.
Yep.
Proper DM style.
Basically.
Except for the part where I tell people about it, but I don't care about that part. So, as you're looking through the books, you do actually discover that Caius went through Reckenmark Academy, which doing this, helping her with this, you're discovering that Reckenmark Academy is a prestigious military institute in Karnath. Currently, one of Borinel's sons is attending that because it's part of that whole hostage exchange, essentially, in peace trees that both happened in our world and in Eberron. It's the reason Hadith is here in Breland. It's basically, you're not going to try and invade a country if one of your relatives is there.
Basically.
In theory.
Mm-hmm.
But you do discover that he went to Reckenmark Academy. He was there for 2 years, actually, before Hadith was born. Which would have put him at about, doing my math, probably get this wrong, 16 or so when she was born. No, actually, he would have been about 14. So he went to Reckenmark when he was 12 to start learning. And then there's actually, because you actually find records with that role from Reckenmark Academy to show her. And she's looking at it. This does not make sense. Well, I suppose it does a bit.
What's not making sense?
My brother left Reckenmark for 3 months. In 984. Around Therendor to Travago. He returned at the beginning of Travago. Travago first, actually, is when he re-enrolled. I was born Therendor 27th. Would he have left the academy to be there for my mother?
That could be a possibility.
And as you guys are doing further research, you actually find information about a military engagement that happened, I want to say about 4 years before the end of the last war. Let's see. would have been, what did I say? It was 994 that she was born.
Mm-hmm.
Last war ended in 996. No, 994 was when the last war ends. It's 10. So, yeah, about 4 years before the end of the last war. In a place called Barrowholt. It's Barrow. Holt, Holt.
Spell it one more time.
Barrow.
Okay,
Holt.
got it.
Barrowholt. Lysair would know. Barrow is basically it's a hill where that was built to inter the dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically a mound where that's bodies are placed and the mound is built up on top of it. This, from the description, is just the name of the place. It is a large hill in Karnath with actually a castle on it. A fort, almost. And she's looking through this battle, and you see like her face kind of like loses a bit of the color as she's reading it.
Is everything okay?
It's terrible things during the last war.
Yeah, unfortunately. But all we could do is try to make the world better now that it's ended.
My brother was at this battle. He was not yet king, but being the crown prince, he aunt had not yet stepped down to allow him to claim the throne.
Mm-hmm.
But since he was crown prince, he issued a death warrant for a soldier under his command.
Mm-hmm.
The soldier killed everyone.
Oh.
That had held up in a church. Civilians, children, everyone. They did not give the soldier's name. But they give the title that was given to him because of his actions. They called him the Butcher of Barrowholt. Well, at least here is a name. A soldier that served apparently closely with my brother during that same battle. A scout. A tracker of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
By the name of Ilya.
Why do I feel like that name is familiar?
Lysair does not know it.
Okay, that's why. I was like, wait, okay.
I feel like both Josh and McKnight
all-
are there going like, oh, you
This is
son
all-
of a bitch.
This is all out of character knowledge that I can't use, but I'm so happy to know it.
Because I was like, I know that name. I started that, but I'm like, I know that name. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's also a reference to something else. This is not considered a spoiler though, because it's like first episode.
Mm.
Yeah, so
Uh,
that's why Ilya seems strangely haunted.
you got no idea.
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus.
You legitimately actually don't. You think you do?
It's
I'm a
about to
terrible
get
person.
interesting.
I probably have no idea what is close to the truth, but I have an idea of the feeling that is supposed to be conveyed. So
Yeah, no, that's definitely a feeling. So after a while, 3 is going to open the door and basically be like, "It is time for us to go."
Aww. But we just started.
And she stands up and she does not like she curtsies like a royal. Thank you, Miss Boonville, for your help.
I curtsy back. It's been my pleasure, and I hope that you are able to find the information that you need.
Lysera?
Hmm?
How well do you think that curtsy is actually executed?
Can I roll for it?
Because no offense, you're a country bumpkin. Yeah,
Can
roll
I
me a
roll
charisma.
for it?
Roll me a charisma.
Thank you. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Tell me it is. Tell me it is. Give me some good news.
So
Is it?
my modifier is a +0. Let me just put that first.
Okay.
But I rolled a natural 20.
Oh shit! Yeah,
My
you.
fucking curtsy.
Yeah, on your curtsy. That's a wonderful thing. Women empowerment. So yeah, very eloquently you curtsy to this. In fact, you specifically you curtsy lower than she does because that's what is supposed to happen when you're dealing with a royal. And she leaves with 3.
I just sit down in the chair and just try to process what the hell just happened
Okay.
and all the reading and stuff.
As you sit there with your perception being what it is, you notice that report from Berroholt. And one of the other units that was in that battle. It was a squad from the elite Karn unit that operated a lot of times behind enemy lines, needing no supply chain. A unit that Caius III would later outlaw. The Emerald Claw. So 2 weeks pass.
Yeah.
Mo has met Rents, and it is SAR brunch day.
So
God,
wait,
I
today's
just
the
realized
28th now?
it is now the 28th of
Nim.
correct. And you just showed up and met Rents. I gotta ask you, Mo.
Mm-hmm.
Was this the blanket invitation?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Nara would have actually told you that maybe next time.
As per usual.
And
Expected no less.
Right?
I thought I did a pretty good job for his character there.
Yeah.
Was it sent to Claire?
Absolutely.
Okay. Claire, are you taking them up on their brunch invitation?
I guess.
One of us.
It's not like you're trying to hide anything from them anymore.
I guess I'll
They
go.
pretty much know your secrets.
And Mo wants to throw a party because we have a lot of money now.
Not only that,
By the way,
Claire's a tsundere.
does everybody remember the upkeep cost?
I don't remember exactly what it was, no.
Okay, so don't
remember
spend
it's a thing. I don't remember how much.
But I remember like I paid out for like a month at one
So-
point.
Nobody wrote it down,
Really sure.
which is why I have recordings of our past sessions.
Yay!
When I say nobody wrote it down, I'm including myself.
Yeah, because I don't think I did.
I want to say it was like 2 gold a day or something like that, but I might be wrong. No,
Something like
it's
that.
3 gold a day, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because I put down some amount of money. That was most of what I had at the time.
Yeah. Now look at us. We just rolling in money.
Yep. Don't
Oh,
do
we
that.
could
It's
also get
painful.
at a high wall. We could just move out of Compton, guys.
So everybody knows, I posted on Twitter earlier, that feeling when you know what your players and characters want to do, but you don't know what they're going to do. This.
Yeah. Hi, I'm player.
So anyway, Claire, you make your way to.
Clink, clink, clunk.
You're wearing your
He
armor?
splits- oh, well, yeah. One, are you wearing your armor?
You're wearing your armor to brunch?
Why are you wearing your armor, bro?
You never know. The enemy might
My
attack.
AC is like
I
an
hate
11
this.
right
Like,
now.
to be honest, this is something
I
DMs
hate
don't.
this.
This is something DMs don't bring up enough. It's kind of not seen as cool in most places to walk around armed and armored. In most like civilized cities.
Okay.
DMs are usually like, no, sure, you're wearing your armor, of course. Don't even question it.
Can I? All right. Can I
A hot day
casually?
in July.
All
I'm
right.
not in my
I will
armor.
go there.
Right.
I'll go there in my common clothes, but I would like to keep my sword with me.
That's fine. Like, sword is kind of a special.
And
You're
and,
in high wall.
And just note to stream, I did hide the mark. With
Okay,
Phillips and Claw.
here's the thing about that. By the way, we were talking about that.
Okay.
The mark is on the blade.
So as long as
Yeah.
it's sheathed.
As long as it's sheathed, it's not going to be. The mark is not going to be noticeable. However, the entire hilt is the symbol. Because, like, the very pommel is essentially it's an anvil and a gorgon's head,
I grab. Okay, then I will have.
and then the hilt itself is essentially a hammer with the cross guard being like the head of the hammer.
Okay,
see
then
what I'm
I will
saying?
have like
Uh-huh.
a blanket that I just wrap and have it tossed over
Oh
my
yeah,
shoulder.
no, yeah, you can totally piece bind it. That is definitely a thing.
I'll do that then.
Yeah, it's
'Cause I'm not-
basically-
I'm not leaving
like
it.
there's a thing called a sword bag. Japanese swords have them where you set them in there and then wrap it, but it's easy to just undo and then grab out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can definitely do that.
Yep, and then Also, I'll do that because I'm not just gonna leave it around.
Yeah. And by the way,
Yeah.
carrying a sword on the back is a legitimate thing to do when you're not really expecting combat, because if you have it at your side, it's like a tail that gets everywhere that doesn't really move. Having it on the back, it's you've got it right there, so it's less likely to hit things.
My weapon
It's-
is a necklace.
It's just in the middle of combat. It's not practical to throw a sword from there. So what normally happens is a grab here, over, and then out. Just fun stuff.
But yeah, I'll go without my shield,
Okay.
of course as well. It's just my sword.
Making my way downtown.
Mo, you invite anybody else?
Yeah, pretty much a blanket invitation to everybody that I've been hanging out with for the past little while. So
Everyone.
Ray's gonna get one. Pierce
He's
is
gonna get one. Pierce is gonna get one. Okay.
Kilt
No,
is
this
gonna
is
get
just
one.
the brunch. This is not the party.
Yeah. Kilt,
Okay.
Kilt gets an invitation to brunch. How long ago did I meet Rents?
Literally today.
Damn.
Okay, no invitation to brunch.
No.
But no, you actually
Oh,
already
what?
did give Rents an invitation
Oh,
because you're like, oh,
yeah.
no, please.
No, yeah, that actually did happen. So
Yeah.
the invitation was just given to Rents.
Oh, by the way, Lysera, if you look over on like one of the tables in this kitchen, there is a 1 foot gelatinous box, essentially. I don't want to call it a gelatinous cube because that is a legitimate monster, but it's essentially a 1 foot gelatinous
It's a cube of jelly.
Yeah, it's a cube of jelly that is moving at 1 foot per round, or yeah, 1 foot per round.
every 6 seconds. It's a Roomba.
Yeah, and it's just going across the thing.
It's
And I didn't describe this before, Mo. Rents actually had to be like, okay, go ahead and clean. Go ahead and clean this now. And for it to start moving, actually had to speak to it. It is actually an intelligent creature.
So I can tell it to get the fan blades.
Oh my god, this is
And I'm
don't
pretty
have-
sure
I don't-
I'm pretty sure it can climb walls too.
I mean, it's a gelatinous cube. I would hope.
Yeah.
I would hope
I would
so.
hope so too. Yeah.
Because when gelatinous cubes can't climb walls, it's a problem.
Mhm.
When
Or when you
gelatinous
open up a
cubes-
dimensional portal into the middle of the room where they can't reach.
Oh no. Oh no.
There's where Jesus, not a gelatinous cube, ya dick.
It's the same rules I would use for a gelatinous cube. Rope
So
trick.
everybody knows he once used rope trick to completely bypass this beautifully made encounter I had.
It was a puzzle. It was combat. It was everything, and I just made it not.
I made uses of different types. It was beautiful. Anyway, we're off topic. Dick. So, yeah, Claire, you head over to. Now you do mean everyone you've hung out with, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Are we including a certain Lady Devown in that category?
Mm.
You know what? Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm a very open person.
You get a letter back, politely declining.
Aw.
I figure.
Not being rude, but she
But
has
hanging out for an afternoon in Highwall probably isn't on her to-do list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deso probably gets an invite as well. Actually, no, she doesn't because you have no idea where to send that.
True.
I also have no idea where to send the invitations for oh God, what's his name? The guy who drives the cabin. Phelan.
Yeah.
I don't know where to send Phelan's
no,
invitations
no,
either.
you know exactly where to send Phelan's
Oh, I
invitation.
do?
Yeah, Rook and Drawl. He
Okay.
doesn't live in Sharn.
You're just gonna you're gonna
That's-
travel
I mean,
for a
I'm gonna
brunch.
send him. I'm gonna send him an invitation to a brunch that's further out.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my god.
Like,
Oh.
there's a
It's an
reason
open
he
invitation.
You
for
guys didn't.
Saturdays.
You guys didn't really talk to him. SARS.
Stars.
Oh God, that sounds just worse.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be over here with Claire.
We'll just call it Sardays. Sounds better than SARS.
Saturday brunch.
Sarday brunch. But yeah. By the way, that was the whole thing when you were trying to like bribe him with the cleaning cauldron thing. He takes people from Rook and Drawl. They don't care about that.
Hmm.
There's a reason he lives there. Out of character. That man's excoriate. Like most excoriates don't live in places where there's a bunch of people of that dragon mark. Lay is an exception. Lay is an exception to many things.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, Lays.
Yeah.
That's kind of the definition of obsession. Exception.
Exception.
Ugh, not
All right.
Obsession. Obsession is.
So Claire, Kilk is waiting outside.
I'm already inside looking at the gelatinous cube.
Yeah. You had went inside and met Rents, but Kilk is waiting outside your place, Claire.
Hi, Kilk.
So,
You
are we
hung-
going to this brunch?
Are you hungry?
Usually am, so.
Then you take the lead.
Roger, so. And he moves in front of you at a 10-foot interval. By the way, it's been 2 weeks. If you look at Kilk right now,
Oh.
you would not be able to tell him from any other resident of Sharn.
Hmm. Good for him.
He's blended in well.
Hmm.
I'm still not entirely certain which class of follower he is, but either one that I'm picking is one that blends in well when needs to.
Gotcha.
He does do the full like 10 paces in front scout maneuver.
Is he gonna comment on anything about me?
Oh, has he? I thought he was with you when you got your haircut.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
No.
No, he's not.
Okay.
You do see he has actually also gotten his haircut because he had like full kind of patchy beard going on, like long hair. Like he had not kept up with grooming habits. He is down to soldier short.
Okay.
Still have baby face.
Wait, was I asleep for this haircut?
Yes, you were.
God damn it.
They have.
You were asleep for your haircut too.
Wait, what?
There.
No!
Mirror. Sorry.
Mirror image.
Best use of that spell.
The only use of that spell.
So anyway, no, you head over to Mo's place. As you're heading over there, go ahead and give me your favorite type of check.
Oh, no.
Add a negative D4.
No!
Shoot.
For players, for everybody listening at home, since Claire has an eye patch, I'm giving a negative D4 to perception rolls and a
Sight-based
plus
perception
D4
rolls.
sight-based perception rolls specifically, and a plus D4 to intimidation checks.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. 15.
Oh. Ooh,
15,
nice,
okay.
nice.
You see at the place that's next to Moe's a fairly gaunt man with long white hair. He's got scars all over his face, and he is wearing Karnathi dress, not military uniform, but he looks like he's a Karn. And there are a couple of guys that's sitting in front of him, or standing in front of him, that you know what it looks like when a commander's giving orders. And it looks just like this. You see a couple more come out of that the place, and like I said, it literally like Moe's place, and then like no separation or wall or anything, and this place. And there are a couple of them coming out with completely unloaded. Just want to make that clear at first, but coming out with crossbows and a thing of bolts, and loading it onto a wagon that's sitting outside.
A hunting party, I hope.
I hope to.
It's not.
And you see Kilk in front of you, whose hand goes underneath his cloak where you know his crossbow is sitting. And he slows down a little bit as he clocks it.
Don't do
See
anything.
that, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Anything to worry about, sir?
If it's anything to worry, let them have their fun. Like I said, we're hungry right now.
And
Cooking.
Right? Tell her.
and I'm having internet issues. So
There's a storm.
yep. As you get closer to Mo's house, the long-haired, the white-haired gentleman sees you, sees Kilk, and gives a nod of respect to both of you. As the two guys he was talking to climb into the back of the wagon, and the horse, you hear the sound of horse hooves and everything as it goes off.
Okay.
He is still there.
Not bad.
Okay.
Not even a nod, man, for real.
Yeah, I'll just make my way.
Okay.
Make
You get to Claire's door or to Mo's door, and the nod was probably like right about you guys when you guys were there. And Coke was, should I knock, sir? Should you?
Bang bang.
Are you knocking like you the police, man?
Bum, bum, bum. FBI.
The door opens from the smaller handle that I've installed lower on the door. This kitchen was not built for a halfling.
Damn.
Pantry was. Well, it wasn't, but it is now.
I have a stool that I just carry around so I can reach things. It has to be extra tall because my arms aren't long, so even if I am as tall as people, I still
Well,
don't have to reach.
you guys are now like together, so I don't have to describe things. You guys can talk to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a thing, yeah.
Claire, you came to brunch and you brought Kilk.
Kilk wanted to come, so yeah.
Well, that makes sense. He's probably hungry.
As I said, I usually am.
Well, come in. What do you want?
Hi, Claire.
And Claire, when you walk in, you see a
I just restocked the pantry when I got back.
you see what you know as a cleaning cube working its way across one of the tables. And you see a gentleman there with brush type hair. Which, by the way, guys, you haven't seen Claire's new haircut. So, Claire, would you like to describe your new haircut?
I mean, I definitely haven't seen it because I was asleep.
It is very cut. It is more of a pixie cut now. Most of her hair kind of is like a pixie cut. Most of the bangs going off to the side a little bit, which kind of helps cover some of the eye patch, but not enough. But it's still there, so it's kind of like a little edgy, but not too edgy.
All edge. All edge.
So
Esme, I think it's McKnight's Final Fantasy character's new art.
yeah, it's because I know
Yeah,
the
I figured.
Final Fantasy hairstyles are like, yeah,
They're,
like
they could be worked on.
yeah, like but in general the concept is like that.
Oh wait, I know exactly what hairstyle you're talking about now. Okay, got it.
Yes, you know which one.
I know exactly which one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
the reason I say not exactly because with Final Fantasy,
It's not as spiky.
yeah,
I'm assuming is what you're saying.
yeah, because like that's a lot of gel. That's like a lot of mousse and gel. Like,
You got time for that, yeah.
Wax, actually.
wax.
'Cause
I know I
it's-
can clean myself with prestidigitation. Can I like shave and cut my hair?
No.
No?
Damn, that would have been great.
But yes.
Well, no, I can keep clean, and I don't grow a beard anyway in the half.
But yeah, generally
Oh,
that
okay.
sort of look.
Okay,
I just get
okay.
shaggy on top and on my feet.
It wasn't me.
So same as the Final Fantasy, just less spiky.
Same as Final Fantasy, but less spiky.
Yes, less spiky.
Dragon
So
Quest.
I guess more like mess, like a little bit. It's not like straight, but a bit messy-ish. So
Maybe you were roughhousing a bit. I'm hustling.
I'm always roughhousing.
Oh my.
All right.
By the way,
That's it.
speaking of Kilk, and Claire, you already know this, even though McKnight doesn't know this, but Claire does know where this came from. Kilk has a bit of plaster, which is like old-time bandage, essentially, because literally you just wet it and stick it on one of his cheeks. Claire, that happened while you were training with him at one point. Like he caught like the pommel of a weapon, and it just split the skin and cut it there.
Roughhousing.
Yeah, roughhousing. There you go.
That's what made me think of it, because you said you were training with him, so he's a sneaky boy. That's one thing you learned about him.
Yeah. My guess is he's a rogue.
But yeah, I am here.
Damn good one.
I'm here for the food, I guess. I'm not in particular picky.
When you're here for the food, I've made muffins already. Some of those are gone now, though. There should be enough left to get you started. But does anyone want eggs, sausage?
So Claire, there is also a human man there, like I was saying, with a brush cut, and it has one of the muffins. He is dressed in, basically, he is almost dressed without the poncho. Excuse me, the poncho that Mo wears, but otherwise looks like Mo and him shop at the same place, just with different sizes. Like, has very much that scholarly look, and there's like a bunch of papers on one on the side of one of the tables, which, by the way, Mo, as you look over from like seeing Claire's new haircut and everything, you see that Rents is like quickly trying to move some of his papers because the cleaning cube is actually getting closer to the papers. It's like, no, not these, not these. Clean these.
So you've
Right,
cut
Seth.
your hair, I see.
Wait, quick, cut her hair? What? I'll walk over.
And
Looks
when you
good.
say Claire, Rent's kind of like back goes up a little bit, but then realizes you're talking about somebody else. Because
Oh.
So you have not met the one person in here. Rents, Claire, Rents.
how's it going? Rents. It's short for Clarence. Oh, I get it.
Oh.
That's funny, Seth.
I want to leave now.
No, stay.
Let's just
Well,
get
I mean, you've brought
yeah.
Kilk, and he's really most of the fun, isn't he? Unless you want to, hang out and spend time with your friends or anything.
I'm
We would
here.
appreciate
That
it.
actually reminds me, speaking of most of the fun, I did go out and play some more folks at darts.
Oh.
And he puts 2 gold down in front of you, Mo.
That's 2 gold pieces.
Had to keep 2 of the ones that you were giving me, so. Seed
Well, you
money.
were supposed to use them.
I did. And then I won them back.
Oh,
Along with more.
yay.
All right, but that's yours.
No, it wasn't. You were trying to pay me for not doing anything. I feel right keeping it. That's why most of it ended up back in your purse.
Is that why I haven't been losing the funds?
Yeah, I tried to give him money too. He's not going to take it.
He's not
Yeah.
a taker.
No, he's not a taker. No.
But he'll take breakfast.
Not
that's
of
for
money,
sure.
anyway.
Yeah, he came for food.
Oh.
At least we can repay him a little bit of kindness and hospitality.
I'm gonna
If
sit
anything,
down
yeah.
and eat.
So edgy.
Rents comes over and it's like, right, it's a pleasure to meet you. And I'm talking to myself.
This is a
Kill
special
goes.
occasion.
Oh, it's gonna be fine.
It's nice to meet you as well. Rents, right? Yes, that's right. And that is all the interaction you're getting out of those 2.
Wow.
This is
Oh.
a special occasion.
Until they get
I
married.
think it calls for as close to what I can make with the ingredients available in Sharn, my mother's talenta polenta.
Oh my! Just want to put that out there.
Lots of cheese.
Joking.
It's basically cheesy
Stop
grits.
shipping everyone.
That's what I do. I ship everybody. What do you mean?
It's that
I'm
Mo Lycera
the-
fanfic that I can't get over.
No,
Uh,
it's the Mo food is the
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah. I ship
Well, there
more
was
You're
food.
food
really
involved.
in it for
Yeah,
the food.
There was definitely food involved. I'm gonna say that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, But
By
is it
making people
food?
uncomfortable. This is what I do.
Oh, I'm not uncomfortable. I'm just like, oh my.
Quit simping.
Damn it.
I learn new terms when I finally get onto TikTok.
Claire's just like, I don't want to be here anymore. I gotta go.
I'm eating my bacon.
taking a muffin.
Pocket bacon?
Pocket bacon.
Pocket
You
bacon.
can pocket some bacon if you want.
I have definitely had pocket bacon.
I don't
Pocket
have
bacon's
pockets.
great, man.
At this
It was
point,
in a
I am
Ziploc,
pocket
but it
bacon.
was literally in my pocket, and I would just reach in and pull out a piece of bacon.
I mean, all you have to do is pre-cook bacon and then put it in a Ziploc baggie, and then take it wherever you go. And then
Exactly.
just eat it.
Which I've done. I think actually I need to throw out some. Anyway, I'm off topic.
Why would you not finish it? It's bacon.
Time.
Bacon.
Yeah,
There's all the time in the world for bacon, my son.
that's true.
You're not dead.
No, but I am Father Bacon.
Fair enough. All right.
Cleric of the Church
You
of
guys have breakfast. You guys can talk to each other.
That's what I'm trying to do. So I got a haircut. I'm introducing her to friends. I'm making polenta with cheese.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you so grumpy, Claire? Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed this morning? You sound grumpier than normal.
But what side is the wrong side of the bed?
The left
You-
one.
Is it really?
I believe so.
In my experience, the captain always wakes up on the wrong side of the bed. Hey, he
You should try getting up on the
Kilk
right
is
side.
saying that to
Do I
The
hear
rest.
that?
roll a perception check without the D4. Like you don't
Roll
have
low,
negativeness.
roll low, roll low.
No! Fuck you!
Roll low.
2.
Nope. Don't hear a thing. By the way, I think I'm gonna start making whispering a charisma stealth check
Fuck.
because that's
I
that
believe
doesn't-
they actually have rules for that in the Bard College of Whispers.
that's a different kind of whisper.
Mm.
At some point, I will play a College of Whisper bard. Ooh, maybe
Oh.
that's what I should do when I go on my vacation.
It's truly great. I love a Whisper Bard.
I'll tell you guys about my vacation when we go on break. Not
Yeah.
you guys, but these guys. You guys don't.
Don't worry, we'll tell you later. Don't worry.
Fathomless Warlock Whisper Bard makes Whispers of the Deep is a great build. Sketty.
So,
Okay.
But if
Well, you
anything,
guys talk amongst yourselves.
but if anything, Claire, I do like your new haircut, by the way.
thank you. I
Very peppy. I like it. It's a strong clash from
burned
the
most of it.
peppiness that you exude.
Most of my hair got caught in something, so I just cut it off.
Did you light your
That's
hair
why.
on fire?
Whoa, whoa, too soon, Mo. Just a.
Surprisingly, no.
Been like 3 months.
I
It's too
know.
soon.
You didn't even get a second-degree burn.
I am traumatized.
It made you a wee bit flush.
But yeah, I thought I'd just, change it up.
At this point, the breakfast bar is in like full swing. Mo's made eggs and
Mm-hmm. So, any nice stories since?
well, my neighbors outside have been the victim of hate crime while we were gone. So that happened.
Aww.
Yeah, just graffiti. I offered to remove it, and he told me to let the lads do it, so I let
You
them.
talking about the neighbors that are grave robbers?
The ones who traditionally as a people have been, but I'm not separating them by that status. They're my neighbors.
Right. Sorry. That wasn't. And you see Rents is kind of like giving Coco look like, what did you just say? And he's like, right, sorry, old school mindset.
Got that? It's fine. Just
So,
keep that to yourself from now on. Yes.
I will not say that again. That's clearly I was in the wrong there.
so,
Yes, you were.
so Rents. What brings? Being I've never met you before, what brings you here? to this
Run.
clearly
I-
more than just brunch.
Vassal Hargrave published a paper about his trip into the Moonland, and
Oh.
I applied to be his apprentice.
Oh.
Is that paying well?
Apprentice isn't usually a paid position in scholarship.
Yeah, Claire. It's all about the knowledge. You get paid with knowledge.
So like,
You see, every time you say Claire's name, Rance just does a little bit of a shudder.
do I notice that? Like the
Yeah, nah,
Yeah.
it's not.
you're right.
It's my name used to be the same as yours, so
Oh.
but it's not anymore. It's Clarence.
I mean, if it helps, you can address me by my middle name,
And what is that?
Amelia.
Amelia.
That's such a pretty name.
It's it was once my mother's name.
Write this down.
Round.
But but it was spelled with
Hold on,
it was
hold on,
spelled with an
hold on.
E.
Just so we're clear, for anybody listening at home, I'm pretty sure McKnight has not gotten to that part in campaign 1 of Critical Role.
Mmm.
What?
What's my mother's name?
So yeah, my mother's name, it is, Amelia. My mother's name was Amelia, so E, Stefan and Ed.
Amelia. Okay.
But I'm Amelia. With-
Oh, I get it.
Yes,
It changed for you. Okay.
don't want to be exactly like my mother.
Yes, mine was.
At least she was on the brighter side.
To be fair, I don't want to be exactly like my mother either.
I wouldn't want to be my mother. She dead.
Oh, I'm.
The way you said it, I'm sorry.
I'm terribly sorry about that. I'm going to grab some of the eggs. He walks forward.
Like your facial expression
Speaking
and the
of
way you said
parents,
it
has
got
Mo
me
gotten
too
any-
hard.
Just like, yeah, she dead. I don't want to be.
I'm trying so hard to hold it.
Speaking of parents, has Mo gotten any mail?
Sure.
Have you sent any mail, back home?
I would have sent some of my money back home, yeah.
You haven't mentioned that, so.
Well, part of the reason that I was going was so I could send them money. They needed it to keep the pub. Remember?
Okay. 3 years, I think, at this point, since
Yeah,
we wrote this
yeah.
backstory for you.
It's one of the
Maybe that's-
reasons that he went was for financial gain.
Oh, it's one of the reasons why you went, like, you joined the church.
Mm-hmm. Specifically looking for fortune and found it. Oh,
Yeah, you probably would have gotten a letter at some point where your mother told you, like, yeah, we're, thank you for the funds. We're keeping hoping. Are you going to come back anytime soon? Like, just to visit?
well,
what's
home
the-
is
hold on.
kind of relative.
What's the name of your pet?
Skull Chargers.
No, what's the name of your pet?
Oh, Bulk.
Bulk. Okay. Bulk misses you.
Good boy.
Alright. You guys have your brunch. At some points during the brunch, and Mo here is going to be disappointed because I asked him to help me with something and then realized I have a way to do it without enlisting that help.
Oh no.
There is a knock on the door.
I was gonna go open his door.
Okay.
Here.
But I found
Greykel is there. and she has a goblin with her.
This is quite the big party this has turned into. I might have to actually go get more food.
The goblin looks up and just looks. This looks like a very, very young goblin. Hi. And Greco's like, it's okay, dear. So this young goblin is looking for her family, and I was on the way over here. And the goblin's like, it's scary on the streets. I don't know where my parents are. And you guys can all hear this.
Check.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's no use. I rolled a 1.
No.
This little goblin seems quite worried. But Lysera and Claire and like everybody else in there definitely hears this. She says she's just about 4 years old. She doesn't know where her parents went to.
Does she remember where they last were?
You turn around and look, Lysera?
Yeah.
Okay. In human years, when you look at that goblin, you specifically know that they are probably about 19 to 20, if you translate it to human years.
Yeah.
And with your insight passive, this goblin's trying to run a scam.
Damn.
Classic goblin form. Well, actually
Yeah.
not. They're usually much more crude about it.
I want to walk.
Daggers and fighting.
I'm gonna walk to the door.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm also walking to the door.
Claire, you don't know this.
I
you
don't.
assume that. Yeah, no, you.
No,
assume that
I'm
goblin-
I'm
Yeah.
saying we're yeah. No, I'm just
They're
walking. Up.
just gonna both walk to the
Well,
door.
I mean, I don't know why you'd bring a goblin child here. I'm not exactly a family. I live by myself.
No, I was just wondering if you had seen any goblins about. I was going around asking.
I've seen a few. We were just there a few days ago in Goblinville. Goblinville.
I mean here in Hyrule. Wait,
In
did you have
Hyrule,
control?
no. We did.
Yeah.
And Lysera, you come up,
Mhm.
and Claire, anything you want to do or say, Claire?
I'm gonna like squat down and just be like,
And just big goblin eyes that are looking
Oh.
worried.
where are you? Where was the last time you saw your parents?
Yeah.
My
Oh.
my mom was going to get us something to eat, and my father's been gone for a while. He said he was going to get some pipe tobacco and never came back.
I hate this.
How long ago did your mother disappear?
And at this point, they look over and they see Lysera, and they see the horns, they see the dots and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and they go, "Son of a bitch!
I haven't said anything.
What the hell is a Circle of Stars druid doing here? Oh fuck!"
Hmm?
And like Greykill's like looking down, like, what is?
I'm just blinking. That's like, hmm.
And the Mew is just blinking.
I'm just processing.
Oh,
You're
okay.
supposed to be at the fucking Eldine Reaches. What are you doing? Oh shit!
Well, that's
I'm-
quite the potty mouth.
I'm on a pilgrimage.
Fuck you.
Oh, okay. I want to pick up the goblin.
Whoa,
Okay.
whoa, whoa. We
Roll me a dexterity check.
don't need them no.
I'm like trying to pick him up like a cat, like just
Them.
Oh,
You're trying to
yeah.
pick them.
them.
We don't have the result of violence, guys.
Wait, you said dexterity? Just straight
Yep.
just.
You're trying to catch her, or catch them.
Oh no! I want this to happen. I'm using
No.
I'm using inspiration die.
This is what we use inspiration. I've given them all multiple actual inspirations because they're such great role players. This is what they use it for. Thank you. Okay.
17.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You reach out and they're not there.
Damn.
18 on the die. Dexterity's not actually that great.
Damn. Just by one.
You look over and they have made their way into the place. Just okay. You've got a sword on. That's interesting.
Turn around.
Fucking druid. That's interesting.
I'm sorry. What in the hell and the who are you?
And they pull out.
And what
actually,
are you doing in my
they-
house?
They pull out a notebook and actually start writing stuff down.
Stop writing stuff. What are you doing in my house?
Stop writing stuff.
honestly,
I got that. Stop writing stuff.
I'm
Okay.
also trying to process what's going on right now.
You won't get any food if you keep writing
You
things.
won't get any food if you keep writing things. Refusing to help a member of the public in need of food. That is an interesting take. I'm sure the Inquisitive would be
I
very interested in
know.
that.
No, not offering food to a home invader who's doing
What?
something I've specifically asked them not to do.
No. We
Is
don't
something
need
else
to write that
entirely.
part down. We don't need to write that part down. Okay.
Yes,
Kill.
you do.
Kill.
Yeah, just like a fucking reporter. Just like one.
Kilk is just over there, like holding up a muffin with his left hand, just like,
Kill.
sir.
If you don't resolve the situation, I'm going to do something I'm going to regret.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry,
no,
but you're
it's
not
not
allowed
my
to
fault.
enter
He reaches
here
for his
into
crossbow.
Into this friendly space
Wow,
without
wow.
first
You
introducing
ask
yourself.
Kilk to handle a situation.
I don't care how
He's
it is.
gonna go for the crossbow.
I know he is, yeah.
Okay, 2 prerequisites for remaining in my house. A, introduce yourself. B, speak 2 full sentences to me without lying.
My name is Aspel.
Asshole?
Aspel. Aspal. Aspel.
Alright, Aspel. Good to meet you, I think. I hope.
See?
So
Now
that's
the
one.
sentences.
No,
that was the introduction.
No, what you said was 2 whole sentences. You did not say that the
I said
introduction could not be
and
a part
2 full sentences.
Yes, but you did not say the introduction was not part of those sentences. By the way, what I just said was true.
What exactly are you doing here?
Well, a group of adventurers came back from parts unknown with right in the middle of the demonstration outside of High Walls, walked right past them without seeming to care, so that was piqued my interest. And they seemed to be friendly with the mayor of High Walls, and you see Grey Kell, like, her normal smile goes, I really wish people wouldn't call me that.
Oh no.
And seriously, a fucking Circle of the Stars, Druid.
So you've been watching us this whole time and you've just noticed that bit now.
I didn't see any of you. I was told to come here, and I was given the information that all that had happened.
And what do you want me
My
to
old
do?
man was from the Eldine Reaches.
Oh.
I'm sure he's very proud of you.
What were you planning to do?
I was planning to write a story about you. What do you think I was planning to do?
Back in
Pretend to be
I
a
don't
4-year-old
know.
and steal my food?
Possibly money as well?
That was the original.
Now,
Thought
okay,
when
interesting.
you weren't who
Racist
you said you
remarks
were.
made by, assuming that goblins are thieves.
Well, when one
Interesting.
lies to me about their identity and age, yes, I'd assume that they're
I'm
also a
a
thief.
reporter. It's my job to get information that people don't want to give.
It's your job to lie to people. I gotcha.
Yes,
All right.
But you can also tell the
you're a
truth.
cleric. You should know what that's like.
Oh.
Shut up.
I love them so much more than I thought I was going to.
I love them too. I really do.
Claire has a desperate need to let her leg do the talking any second now.
Well, this goblin is currently filling a bard role that I have left vacant in a campaign that I'm in. So
This is actually
yes.
something rather. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, tell you what, I've got some rather juicy information here
Juicy.
that I can choose to send into publish.
And what will
Or-
this juicy information be that I throw brunch on Saturday? On
The racist
I'm sorry,
remarks that were
sorry.
made. The racist remarks that were made.
I've made no racist remarks.
You were assuming a goblin was going to steal.
I assumed that a goblin who had lied to me
Oh,
and
I don't
entered
need
my
to put
home
that
without
part in.
permission
Oh my goodness.
in front of me was going to steal. Yes.
I don't need to put that part in.
I'll publish my own paper then. They probably get about as many readers as
Oh my goodness.
Claire,
What you got? A solid 3 followings. 3 people, and one of them's your mother, right? You mentioned her earlier.
Actually, no, I didn't. I mentioned my father. Not good at paying
funny
attention.
that.
I'll make that note.
Oh,
Oh
no,
my
it was the
God.
going out for the pipe tobacco. Yes,
Oh, that was just a lie I told you.
I figured. So those racist remarks will go in my paper. I'm published.
Yes, that I am actually aware of.
How about like we just start over and just start from the beginning? How about that?
Yes. First of all, yes. Why are you in my house?
I told you I was given assignments that I was supposed to try and find information out about the group that had recently come back from an adventure and just walked right past the large demonstration outside of High Walls.
okay, why is
There
it
was
a...
no large
The
demonstration.
5 people that was there?
Was that a demonstration? I thought that was just a crowd of people talking about books or something.
Can I see those papers?
No,
I want to see those papers.
Oh no.
goddamn.
No, don't do it.
God, they are such a bitch.
Don't do it.
They hold them up like this on your right side.
I cast command.
What the fuck? Why do you want to see the paper so bad? Damn.
It's not about the papers. It's
I
the principle now.
I mean,
What's the
fair
saving
enough.
throw?
It is...
Pass. Oh, God.
Wisdom 12.
Oh no.
19 on the die.
Yeah. I saw that.
Mm.
I 100% saw that.
Uh,
Now that's getting written in the papers.
Now, see, I don't actually have to write any of this in the paper. I don't have to send any of this in.
What else
I,
do
however, will need a one-on-one interview with that one, and points to you, Lysera.
You can have your interview if you give me the paper.
What?
I will hand the paper over. In fact, I will set the papers on fire in front of you after I have the interview.
Have fun, Lysera.
But why me?
Because you're the nicest one here. Everyone else wants to kill this little person.
And she's not wrong.
I guess. Sure.
All right. And as she starts, it's like, okay, is there a good time or place to set up that interview?
I mean, I'm free after this. Pretty sure. Unless we have anything planned. I'm not sure.
Okay. Shouldn't be a problem. Uh, they just very confidently start walking towards the door, and when they're about 20 feet away from where the muffins are, one of the muffins lifts off.
This bitch.
So would you like to stay for brunch?
I'm good.
This actual bitch done stole a muffin.
Fucking
How
mage hand.
dare they?
It was offered, actually.
I don't remember
after
this.
the fact.
Pointedly after the fact.
Pointing me after the fact, yeah.
Hey, Lysera.
No.
Say hello to your follower.
No!
She's gonna follow you whether you want it or not.
Yeah.
I don't like your follower.
Yeah.
It's
does
unintentional
it.
on anybody's end but the
McKnight
followers.
Oh, God.
Oh no, Mo's I'm having a ball. Mo hates her.
Does Mo not like Rents?
Oh no, Rents is great.
Okay.
Rents is great.
Oh,
I'm
you
talking
hate
about
them.
yeah, no, I'm talking about Aspel.
Aspel
Yeah.
didn't mention it, but
Goblin.
Aspel is they and them.
Goblin, I'd assume.
I've
yeah.
messed that up a couple of times just
Yeah.
because various other
I've
things about
I always preferred Goblin as a gender neutral race entirely, almost.
Yeah,
They're kinda-
non-binary. Yeah.
yeah, they're kind of weird.
Oh, my God.
Just in the middle ground of being sort of like Fae and not.
Why? DM. Just why? Okay.
Because
Alright.
you are the nicest one, and so throwing the asshole character with the nice character
That's not
is
fair!
fucking beautiful.
You asked for it.
Am I wrong?
I did not ask for this. Okay.
Okay, let's take a look at the other followers, shall we?
I have an idiot.
I'd rather the idiot.
A
No.
nice idiot to go with the smart bitch.
Fair. Okay. All right.
The very, very humble scholar to go with the braggart scholar.
Yeah.
I'm very smart.
The big tough guy to go with the sneaky quick guy.
Okay.
The followers are
Counterparts.
compliments. Yeah.
Hi, Sarah.
Yeah, Claire.
If we don't get those papers back,
What do you mean papers? First of all, anything that... What paper did they even write? First of all. Second,
I can't tell.
doubt out of any of the papers that I've seen in Sharn that any of them actually have any reputable stories worth taking any actual note of. They called that 5 people outside a crowd.
Not only that, what am I supposed to say for the interview?
It was a protest. I thought it was a book club.
I don't know, Liza. You're smart. Lie the whole thing.
Did I
Well,
lie?
that's just gonna
You're lying.
You gotta be something.
Just
That'd
lie.
be fucking something.
Just lie about the whole thing. You.
My deception is 0.
I think mine is as well, actually.
It was my deception.
Like my charisma, mine is 0.
Yeah, but what about Mo's?
No,
Mo's deception is 0.
mine's not bad.
My arcana and history are great.
Yeah.
Insight, even better, because
Yeah.
wisdom is just a little bit higher than intelligence.
Oh.
I'm a cleric. I know what people are up to.
Just
Esme is loving the follower, but Lyser is just like, what the actual fuck?
Well, I'm
I
sorry have
appreciate
to
you,
go do an
DM. I really
interview.
do.
By the way, other dungeon masters out there, you know when you're introducing a character and you think they're going to be one way, and then they just start acting on their own as you're speaking? So do I.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That was great. That was
All the
great.
followers have been introduced. Now we just got to figure out why they are a follower,
That's also true.
because that's going to be a thing.
I feel like your followers about to go expose the mayor of Diamond City as a sin.
references something?
Fallout.
Fallout 4.
Fall what?
There's
Fallout.
a
Fallout.
reporter in Fallout.
What's Fallout?
It's next
game?
month. Don't worry.
Okay.
Ye-
I mean, fall's not out till September.
Carry on. Please.
Oh, hey, what's that out the window?
I'm tempted to drop a lantern in this house.
Please, no. PTSD intensifies. Ah.
It was one time, and you didn't die. Don't. I realized as soon as I said it, don't.
I know you did.
Because my
I was
PTSD.
gonna do it.
Anyway. All right. Anything you guys are discussing over brunch? Greyco's there.
If anybody enjoyed brunch and you would like any recommendations for what I should pick up from the grocery store next time, well, the market.
Greyco actually has like some sausage and stuff with her. It's like, well, I was on the way to bring you this. That was an unexpected reaction. Lisa, how did you? Why did they seem to immediately react to you?
Why did they lie to you?
Well, clearly they were trying to find out information.
Aren't you better than that to know that was...
I mean, to be fair, that was fairly still young for the chosen profession, and
It's not always easy to realize the age of a goblin.
or human. I didn't know how old she was until she told me.
I mean, she was.
You're an elf. You don't count.
I count. What do you mean?
Not nearly as much as the rest of us.
Count. Just cause.
It's a gradient.
Just cause I.
I believe what Mo is saying is that because he is a halfling and also is longer lived than humans, it is more difficult for him to assess the actual age by looking at person.
I mean,
Whereas
clearly.
you being an elf, it is also difficult, but I imagine in the opposite directions.
Yeah. But clearly, they were like 19, 20, if anything.
What? They looked about 6.
Pretty sure they were about 19, 20.
If I may ask,
Yes, I
do
got
you know
that my
so
age
much about
was off.
goblins?
To Claire, what like age-wise, what would the goblin look like to Claire?
Round about 6.
I'm about 6, okay.
You weren't trying to intimidate and spell charm a 6-year-old.
First of all,
Are you
they
still-
they
are you
they,
still
they
paladin?
cussed at me, okay?
Are you
Yeah,
still a
that's true, they
paladin?
was.
No. By the time that was attempted, it was clear that there was an age difference.
Okay.
They cussed at me.
I was-
I'm a command.
Yeah. How did you cuss at me,
Well,
Neil?
Just imagine a 6-year-old.
Oh God. I just imagined parenting with like freaking magic.
Oh no.
Clean your room. I don't want to. Command.
Command.
Literally command.
Illithid babysitters.
I'm gonna keep going on with this.
Super nanny.
That just becomes a new definition of the kid being a snack.
That's the wrong kind of snack.
Or a child-sized snack.
Bite sized. But because I'm from the Eldian Reaches, and when in the place that I was born at, we lived with goblins and bugbears and elves alike.
Well, that's interesting.
I'm sorry.
I've been
what?
around a lot, and I've never been there, so.
Yeah.
The elves.
Yeah.
And goblins.
Mhm.
And bugbears.
Mhm.
And hobgoblins.
Mhm.
And Greykill now has a blue screen of death.
Wait,
It's okay. I don't understand what she says half the time either.
is that really that strange?
You have been very friendly with any
Yes.
goblinoids that we've come across. That does make
Because-
more sense now.
Because they're usually nice people. At least the ones that I know.
Well,
There's some sort of long-term anger, from what I've seen, from elves towards goblins.
they tend to. Never mind.
Well, no, it's because of the Valinor.
Yes, I know.
And Claire, you learned a little bit about this since Valinor was once a part of Sire. There's parts of what we learned in Officer Academy. That's
I mean, yeah.
the Valinor, the area they claimed that they had that area, millennia ago, when the Dakani Empire ruled over Corvair, and there was a huge war between the Valinor at the time, the elves at the time that had come from Arunel, and the goblins. Which is
Gonna look at Lysair. Is this true?
Hey, Sarah, you haven't heard anything about that.
I'm just gonna look back at Mo. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna look back.
He's gonna look at you and shake his head. Yes, it is true. It's actually in the book right there.
Oh.
And Rent's gonna be. I learned about it when I was not Mulgrave, but when I was being taught, there was some artifacts and things like that had come about during this time. And Kilk is like, nah, I hadn't heard anything like that. To be fair, I wasn't overly fond of goblins a lot growing up.
Given what
And
I
Grey
imagine
Cow kind of
about
like
your childhood.
does kind of like looks over at him and is like, I'm glad to see that you have at least calmed down with that a bit.
Hmm?
Yes, sir. I got a bit of a history.
Oh.
There, your follower's gonna have follower battles with the other follower.
Oh no.
No, if you remember, like he actually put money down for a goblin that had lost at darts to the guys that were cheating folk. Which, by the way, he goes, that's why they looked familiar.
Hmm?
Oh, some folks at the Manticore a couple weeks ago when we first got back had cheated them out of a darts game. So I cheated those fellas out of the darts game and gave the money back. And Greycoat goes, I didn't realize it's the same goblin.
Wait. The one that was just here?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Captain Greykill, they were across the room from you, so might have been a bit harder to see. And Claire, you were there that night.
She said that last part with a biscuit in her mouth. Just gonna put
But
that
you
out
were
there.
facing to the left, so.
Yeah.
I still cannot believe that they freaking just held the freaking notebook up on Claire's right side.
That is
And I'm the one that did it, and I couldn't. I was like, oh, they're not about to do
The
this. are
biggest
they?
middle
Yeah,
finger
they
ever.
Yeah, the
are.
biggest
Oh my
middle finger,
God.
man.
Like, imagine the tongue came out of it, just like.
Yeah, no, it was fox face. It was full anime fox face.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fuck you. That you can't even see.
Yeah.
Well done.
So, since we're all here except for Nara, did Claire talk to the rest of you about Dolores' doorstep? Oh, that reminds me, Mel, did you find Greykill and hand her that flyer that Ilya gave you?
I think we discussed that because that conversation with Ilya happened like when I first came back before I got back to my house for the first time.
Yes.
So yes, I I think we did actually discuss that in game.
We didn't discuss whether you were actually taking it to her. He asked you to. Trust me, I just re-listened to it today.
Okay, then if I haven't up to this point, yes, I will then.
I was more asking if you had, like, it's been 2 weeks, so
Yes,
do you have
after
enough
2
time?
weeks,
Okay.
I would have done that.
Okay. It's sometime
Otherwise,
in
he
that
could
2
have
weeks.
done it himself.
Yeah. And there's also the fact that there's a certain organization that is trying to recruit in High Walls.
What kind of
So I've
organization?
noticed.
I'm sorry, both of you spoke at once, and it's a bit hard to hear when that happens.
You first, Mal.
I said so. I've noticed.
Well, you were the one who handed me the flyer, so yes.
Well, you were just saying as a general statement.
Yes, I was letting the others know in case they hadn't.
Oh, no, I haven't known.
It is an organization that is...
La cla.
Mo's just behind her going,
standing on a chair so people can see Mo, because again, Grey Kull is a powerfully broad-shouldered woman. Probably all fingers.
Literally just fingers, yeah.
It's the Emerald Claw.
Oh.
Ilya apparently brought it up to Mo, who then brought it to me. He seems to try to avoid speaking with me. I think it's the fact that I was in the Syrian army and he was in the Karnath army. By the way, Lysera,
Mm-hmm.
you caught it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I did notice that some of his lads were on their way out of Shan on what I'm assuming is another hunting party.
one can only assume.
No, I mean, that's where the sausages came from. She hands them over to you. His butcher's shop is doing a decent trade, and they're also helping out the countryside by taking out some of the nastier things.
And then making sausage.
Yeah, I believe that's Griffin.
I do enjoy a good griffin.
Yeah.
Almost chicken, but not quite.
Yeah, he's a pretty good butcher.
It's the perfect mixture between cat and chicken. My friend General Sow would love it.
Nara's not here, but I'm gonna say this on his behalf. You see a big welt appear on the DM's forehead as he... So, it turns out there is someone running Dream Lily out of Dolores' doorstep.
Okay.
Captain Grayson Irtala, nay, Deneth, brought it to my attention. Captain Irtala's of the City Watch. He's pretty much the only watch person we ever see come into High Walls, and that's usually to have a conversation with me, or he's tried getting in to see Lay before. He knew Dane.
I did not. Yeah. Nothing.
But so he is essentially threatened to bring the watch in force to deal with the Lord's doorstep, unless I can do something about it.
I think
Go
This
ahead.
is actually something that I would have liked to discuss over brunch before the offer was made, but what should we say is like a standard fee for us? We seem to do a lot of things together and get paid for it. I think we should have an operating rate.
I unfortunately wouldn't be able to pay for this.
It's for the good of the neighborhood. I'd do it.
Okay. If you are going to essentially become a mercenary company, you should think about some sort of name.
I have a few in the works already.
Oh no.
It's standard practice for mercenary companies too.
I've met a lot of them.
You also might want to sign up with one of the guilds, in which case you would need a name.
Yeah.
That is true, yeah.
There's the Clifftop Adventurers Guild. There's actually one in the nearby district.
Yeah, so for those of you who aren't really aware or haven't really kept it in mind, Mo is not only a nomad who's met a lot of people because he was a nomad and B, a bar baby. He also is 42 years old, so he's had a lot of time to meet people.
I don't think I actually have Lycera's age down.
Yeah, I mean, technically he's like just almost barely an adult. For halfling standards. We live longer than humans do. Claire, sorry, you get dog years.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Claire.
It's okay.
You get to be the Han Solo. I'm Chewbacca.
I don't have a son to. Nothing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We don't know how shipping's gonna go.
Yet. Yeah.
Yet.
A wink at kill.
Will's pretending he can't. Get
What? What?
Will is trying to find information at the moment, actually,
I know.
and had his microphone off so you couldn't hear the pages turn.
That's fine. We're making small talk anyways. What happened, Claire? What are you doing over there?
Hmm?
Nothing. No, nothing. Nothing. Okay.
I'm over here. I'm just.
Are you trying to ship us, Claire? Is this what this is?
You absolutely not. I'll burn you in a second.
Wow! Wow!
No, I honestly want to see, out of all the characters that I've seen with any sort of actual future generational chance, Kilk and Claire would make the best ranger babies.
Ooh,
Rogue
yeah.
paladin.
Yeah.
That mixture of like celestial force and sneakiness. I think that would work well.
Mhm.
I think Kill could be more interested in Mo.
Ooh. Good to know. Good to know.
That he's a racist.
He's trying to get better. To be
He is trying
fair,
to get
his
better.
parents and sister were murdered by goblins.
Okay, fair.
Oh, it wasn't the goblin thing.
What was
It was the
what was
Carnathy thing.
Also,
Yeah.
to be fair, he served in a war where
That
they
is
were the enemy,
fair, but they're not. They're my neighbors.
which is why he corrected himself
Yes.
and felt bad about it.
Which is why I agree he should have felt bad about it. Because they're my neighbors.
He's doing his best, man.
Oh no, I'm not saying he can't feel good now. He just should have felt bad that he did that. And I'm glad he did.
Okay.
No justice needs to be enacted. It was done. Now he can have a muffin.
Muffins are great, man.
It is the great equalizer. Seriously, any stressful situation, like two countries can be in war,
Muffin.
like two dictators arguing neck and neck, get up in the middle and be like, "Do you want a muffin?" It'll break the tension.
Or, two dictators are arguing and they're just staring each other dead in the eyes. And then they just start making
Yeah, and then they make out. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
We're gonna kiss,
I mean,
bro.
that's basically.
So anyway, Cogsgate was the place I was trying to find the name of. There is mercenary companies that hire out of there. A lot of them, however, are signed up with a dragon marked house, House Deneath. First duty is to the paymaster. If you nothing else that you guys want to discuss over brunch, oh yeah, Greg Hill will basically say that what I really need is I pretty much just need people to look imposing.
Sign me up, please.
I don't
Yeah, I'm
know
pretty
if
sure
you've
Claire can do
noticed,
it.
but
I'm
I
over-
have to stand pretty tall to be imposing.
You do have magic on your side. Can
That's
sway people.
true.
Uh,
But the doors are all gonna fly open.
Really that
example?
imposing, am I? I mean, I'm
Uh,
trying at least. Maybe.
with the armor that you were wearing when you came back,
Yeah.
the blue bronze,
Yeah.
yeah, and the war staff.
Oh. Oh, you mean helpful?
At which point, by the way,
Oh,
Helpful's
here
like-
we go.
so the one person who was, I guess, trying to be rude from the way you were talking was they're not as big as you or Mo or by the way, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you've said who Claire is and Nara at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pointed out their little blurbs.
Yeah, it's
And
like,
have
that's
learned
Claire, and that's
over the
Nora.
2 weeks. Actually over the 2 weeks.
Oh God.
I mean,
Make
Mo's
me
very
a
fascinating.
charisma check.
Who, me?
Yes. You.
Oh no.
Go ahead and add your proficiency modifier for this.
Also, are you journaling any of this?
Okay, sure.
as a
I'm gonna
character?
need it. That's an
Hmm?
11.
Also,
As a
I'm
what?
wondering, do you journal this as a character? Like, do you write this stuff down?
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So.
Because Mo might need some of your journals later to.
I mean, she is actually
That
confirm
is
a
my
theory.
diary.
Well, no, he might just need the information. He might have to do something.
Like Sarah, you are also, you know how to do like research and stuff like that because.
Yeah.
Like Sarah's not an idiot. She's just a kid.
No.
Uh,
That's my diary, though. You can't go into somebody's diary.
you should translate some of the diary into the stuff, even though, yeah, it's got Nara and Lysera and freaking hearts and stuff.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But it also has like Mo and Lysera and hearts, and also Claire, and then Kilk and Lysera. It's just everyone.
Yeah.
A couple of them are
I
crossed
like
out.
everybody.
Anyway, so, yeah, you managed to get the idea of names and stuff across from about Claire and Mo and Nara.
Mm-hmm.
The reason you haven't heard her as much isn't because she's being quiet. It's she's taking the time to learn.
And process everything.
Now that she's not in an area that is as surrounded by magic as the Mournland was.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sharn still has a fair amount of magic flying around its manifest zone, but there was something about the Mournland that was just kind of like, it's kind of like looking at radar when there's a bunch of like metal pieces floating in the air
Mm-hmm.
to her, which she kind of got across to you.
Yeah, it's basically
concept.
magical static, and you can only see through magic.
I think she was able to focus on like specific stuff because it was just like scattered, but yeah.
Well, it's like whenever, like on old TV, when you got like a staticky channel, but you could still sort of see images.
Yeah.
Is what I'm
Except-
imagining. Like
except
she's
for-
sort of
except-
like trying to focus, and you get
yeah.
like a blob, and you're like, what is? That's a thing.
Except
Mhm.
she was able to basically adjust the contrast and focus on one thing, but once she stopped focusing on one thing, try to switch to something else, it's suddenly static again. It's interesting creating a
It's when you take
magic
your hand
item
off the
that
antenna,
perceives
and
the
it just-
world through a completely different thing.
Yeah. That was great.
But yeah, so she was. So yeah,
Why I need that diary. I need
that was
theory.
here wasn't as big as, or sorry, isn't as strong, because that's what you said the bigness
Yes.
was.
Yeah.
Was whether it was something was strong, or but it wasn't as strong as you or Mo or Claire or Nara.
Mm-hmm.
Which Nara's weird. But that's okay. Nara's magic is a little bit weird. It's kind of similar to some of Claire's, but it's weird. I'm not sure I understand it, but there's something weird.
Grace sits down. Have conversation later.
Oh,
Have a conversation with Nara about his mysterious actions.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
which by the way, like Greyco is like watching you have this conversation,
Just
Oh, right, yeah.
some mysterious stuff popped up.
and
about
so is
Nara.
Rents, and so is
right.
Kill. Oh no,
Oh.
Kilk is like, yeah, she does this.
And Mo's in the corner still making polenta. She does this.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
Once again, just as a reminder, Kilk is eating with his left hand. At one point, like after Aspel leaves, he did like reach in underneath his cloak, and there is a little of a creaking sound as he lets the tension off of the crossbow and
Of course.
back.
That's my fault.
Gave the order, which you don't seem to understand, was what Kilk's job actually was. He was a sniper.
No, I got that. Well, Claire was just honestly just like, please, I don't care how it's done, just take
Just
care.
do it.
Just take care
Yeah,
of
but
it.
there was too many people in the way. It's why he didn't actually go for it.
Which is fair,
He
but
didn't have a clear line.
it was
sight.
it was
Like Greyco was there, Mo was there, like Sarah was there, you were there. It was a bad time.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it would
By
have been missed.
God, if he breaks my mother's serving dishes.
Yeah. Oh my lord. Oh yeah. I kind of talk to my staff at times. I'm sorry.
Greyco's like, oh, that's fine. I've had. Anyway,
So what did he mean? I'm sorry. What did the goblin mean when he said you're supposed to be in the
Dead.
elite reaches? Days.
I mean.
Are you supposed to be somewhere else?
No. I'm
No?
supposed to be here.
I
Who-
think
Tutu?
that they were. I think they were not expecting to see someone from the Eldine Reaches here in Shar. Because that's where you're
Yeah.
from, right, Lisa?
Yeah, I'm from the LD Reaches, yeah.
Is it not common for?
Not many leave the LD
Specifically,
Reaches.
not many druids leave.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
so, just FYI for your character stuff. Your mom left for a bit, but I don't think your mom is actually a druid.
Warlock.
Yeah.
Maybe. I actually haven't decided where her mom is yet, so maybe.
That's something we have to talk later about, yeah.
Oh, you don't have to know that.
Wow!
To be fair,
No, I know you.
Your
Family
mom,
wise, I just realized something. I
Big
don't
character
think
development. What?
your mom was your mom. That's all you know.
That's all I know, yeah.
although
did
you
you
might want to
re-
ask her some questions based on
The
something
letter, yeah.
On who your dad
Anyway.
might be.
Oh my god.
Claire, did you have something to ask real quick?
no,
You had something.
no. I said it out loud, and I'm like, never mind. I answered a question to a question.
Fair enough.
It happens, yeah.
So,
Oh yeah,
as I
not
was starting
many
to say,
druids leave. No.
Greyco is going to mention like that Belsh doesn't know a lot of magic, and magic users tend to make him a bit nervous. So there's a plus there. I don't think he's from the Eldine Reaches, so don't rely on that to be helpful.
Okay.
He's a hobgoblin. Did I mention that?
You did now.
Yes, he is a hobgoblin. And you guys continue to eat your brunch, and we're going to come back in a bit because it is past 6 o'clock and I need to feed a cat.
I need to feed a nicotine.
I also need to do that, but that's the point. So we'll be back in a bit. I will know that I need to stop talking as soon as McKnight lets me know that we have switched to break, and we'll see you guys after the break. Welcome back. Sorry that took a little bit longer. Roommate's out of town. Had to feed the cat. So you guys are having brunch. Grey Cole's here. Like, I assume when Mo says that he needs to get,
We're well into brunch. It's
Yeah.
lunchtime now.
yeah,
You're
I
just
assume
having-
when Mo says that he needs to get more food, it means Mo needs to get more food for himself later. Because I'm
Yes.
assuming Mo's pantry is stocked well enough.
Oh yeah,
to,
it's fully stocked right now. Like he's
Uh,
got any sort of like any food that keeps well, he already has stocked. He has fresh stuff right now.
you also have freaking that magically preserved food still, probably.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yep,
is true,
I
too,
have
yeah.
plenty of that.
Uh,
Like nearly a whole haversack full.
so Grey Kell is going to be like, well, I do need to get going. I appreciate the food. I will talk to you later when we have a plan on how to deal with Blesh and his group. I haven't actually seen as many of them around lately, funny enough. Anyway, but yes, I will talk to you all later. And as she goes to leave, she pauses at the doorway because she opens it up and you see her pause and go, "Oh, Mo, it looks like you have another visitor."
Another one?
And excuse me, sir.
I'm gonna peek around.
You hear the voice before you see him say, "That's all right." And you see a dwarf. That's all I gotta say, and immediately everyone's like, "Yeah, we know who this is." With shorter in the middle, a bit longer on the sides, a bit more trimmed up than the last time you saw him, actually. Because he's not like trying to trim with a dagger, even though Lysera did a wonderful job trimming him before.
Hair flip.
Yep. It is cost. Thrice Spawn.
Hi.
Would you like a muffin? Everyone else has had one.
Of course I would. And he walks in. Is there a goblin outside?
There was a very nasty goblin who made their way in here, barged in, and started saying a whole bunch of things about me being a racist.
And you watch him like go a bit stone faced for a second.
Then she
Did they have
stole
a
a muffin.
notebook? Did they have a notebook?
They did have a notebook. They were writing a lot of things down. I told them to stop.
That would be a journalist then.
Not only that, they want to interview with me.
Oh.
Hmm.
Don't mention me. I work
I-
best when people don't know who I am.
I just want to clarify.
I will try my best.
Clarify?
I was gonna make the joke if you.
I
I want to clarify. I am talking to you right now, right?
Thrice-born. Yes.
I want to do an insight just in case.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
Look,
You do
look,
remember. you
yes,
do
I know,
remember
but they can
that-
still, he can still throw it in conversation when I like. I don't know, so I'm just.
Okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Hi, Dad.
Would you roll?
11.
Okay. Yeah, this appears to be cost.
Okay.
This does not appear
So
to
far
be
as you can tell.
Yeah.
as far as you can tell. No, and cost will be like, you. To be perfectly honest, him taking on my face probably hurt him more than you punching him. He prefers to be wearing the mask.
I want to be, but okay, I want you. Can I punch you?
You could try.
Why is everybody resorting to violence?
I think it's him.
I know. If you're going to resort to violence, please do it outside.
We're
with the
trying
rest
to
of
have
Highwall.
brunch here.
I think it's him.
And Kilk is like,
Well, to be
Oh.
fair, we're well into lunchtime. I'm just making food for the neighborhood at this point.
Sir is
Oh my goodness.
you know this guy?
Oh my goodness.
This is Joe.
Joe?
If they're here, I'm going to assume that it's fine for them to know who I am. Name's Cost.
That's what I meant to say.
Go
I
Cops.
was asking for a cup of Joe. Hmm.
Yeah.
What does a cup of Joe translate to in Eberron?
For real.
Baku Tao.
So
It's
tea.
okay.
There's no
Makes
bean-based
sense.
Cost.
drink.
Cost just gives you a look like, really? Really? And Kilk is like, right, sir, I'll see if we have any black roots or if Mo has made any.
Thank
Ah.
you.
He low on that wisdom roll.
Like,
Pretty
Yeah,
sure
there's
he's
some
gonna be a
leaves in the
rogue.
jar right above the left side of the pantry.
It's okay. My deception was low.
Yeah, he probably rolled lower. He rolled pretty low on that.
I rolled a 7.
Make
rolled
it
a
up
5.
for everyone. He's gonna call.
Yeah, and by the way, he actually moves the stool out of the way because he doesn't need it as he grabs it.
oh, yeah.
I suppose he wouldn't.
Unlike some people.
So what brings you by to Mo's place, Cost?
Oh, I was hoping to talk to all of you.
And did you know all of us were here?
Oh my goodness.
I'll give you a guess.
Damn journalists.
No.
No. I would hope not. At
Let me
least-
guess, you knocked at our places and we weren't home.
Either that or the fact that he's a super spy. He's been watching
I'm
us.
not a spy. I just work with somebody who is, yes, was watching you.
Yes, exactly my point. He's got people.
Got it. So
Bector kept the full dossier.
Do they know where I hid the salted pork? Because I can't find it back there.
You hear some things move around as Kilk tries to look for the salted pork.
Oh no.
No, I'm just wondering if they saw where I put it.
Spectre didn't quite mention that in his debrief.
I'm glad he's keeping his distance.
Hmm?
They're close by if you could ask. That'd be nice.
Probably
Yeah.
punch him.
He's
probably
not.
punch him again if he got close.
No punching.
You really need to
No
get over that, Claire.
punching in House Hargrave.
To be fair, if he hadn't have done it, probably wouldn't have found me.
Well,
House
finding you
Hargrave
was
is
an
a
accident.
punch-free zone.
He specifically wanted you to go to White Hearth. Would you have worked for a member of House Cannith if he hadn't asked you wearing night face?
Yes, but it was still an accident. I accidentally found myself in the mirror too. They were trying to save me, and you just happened to be.
Oh, come on, this lot. Looks over at Mel. You're gonna try and tell me that they would have left something as interesting as that alone?
I just wanted to get Claire out of the mirror.
Which
Be
I could have
fair, my
potentially.
report and
Where is the elf, by the way?
Tour Greg.
The other elf, my apologies.
Tour guiding.
It's okay.
last we saw, he was going off with his
Girlfriend, I
girlfriend.
think. Yeah, yeah.
His... Right. Right. His girlfriend. You're welcome to make the roll.
She may also.
I'm
be
making
a
a
tour guide.
roll right.
I don't
I'm
know.
making it.
She may also be a tour guide.
Fine, I'll
I
do-
hate this.
I'll
I
do
hate
it.
this. I hate this. I hate this.
Couple.
Please tell me it's a 1.
I hate this.
Tell me it's
How
a
did I
1.
roll a fucking nat 20 on a currency, but when I need it the most, I roll a fucking 1?
Uh,
Because it's better for character development.
20.
You fail.
20?
20.
Total?
Total.
Unnatural? Okay. Mo, are you rolling insight on this guy?
Mo is currently making more food, so no.
Okay.
I'm absent-minded in the conversation at best.
So, do you guys want to know a fun
It's-
way to count?
Yeah. Let's
So
move away.
you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
9, 10. Okay. So here's the die roll, and he gets a +2.
Jesus.
21.
I wasn't beating that. It's okay. That's fine. That's fine.
He's hard to read. He's got that soldier expression on his face.
Not hard to read. He's a dwarf. I know how much dwarves eat.
Complaining about other people being racist.
You know what? You want to?
It's not racism if you know your clientele. We've had dwarves. I know how much dwarves tend to eat.
Fair enough. Anyway,
Getting new setup.
so I've been doing some looking in on that vampire. Nara mentioned that there's a vampire at Rose Quarry when I last saw him.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the
there
one with
was
the bird.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, the vulture.
He's an
Yes.
asshole.
Looks like his name's Garrow.
Noted.
Okay.
He is a loyal servant of the Blood of Vol.
Mhm.
A cleric of the blood, actually.
Isn't that lovely?
It is. You know what's best at fighting clerics?
Another cleric. Or a warlock. Seen warlocks go up against him pretty effectively. Also an axe.
Hmm.
Also seen that work very effective. Also certain types of knives. Nara's meant I'm someone that knew Nara was pretty good at it.
Hmm.
Just last week, I think, Claire with the sword.
Yeah.
Actually.
Would have been one last week, was about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
She was a wizard though, she wasn't a cleric.
Technically, so am I.
By the way, you cut your hair.
Aw, he noticed.
Looks good.
I guess.
Oh. You're the worst.
So,
Now, who's shipping Cost and Claire?
No, I wouldn't do that. Mm-mm.
the same people that are shipping Mary Winchester with Sam Winchester.
Ew.
Exactly.
No, it's Sam Dean. That's the combo.
Yeah, Sam Dean, always.
Yeah, but Cost
No,
is
that's-
definitely the father figure that Claire had.
As
Yeah.
somebody,
I mean,
as
McKnight
somebody who,
straight up and said, "Hey, Dad."
as somebody who has a brother, Sam Dean fan fiction is the worst thing ever.
That's
Sorry.
Not true.
Yeah,
I've seen much worse.
Well, pretty much anything by George R. R. Martin. But
Not wrong.
Literally.
Anyway,
half a page in, he's already.
yeah.
Two
The thing,
sisters.
let's not alienate what low fan base we might have. Anyway, so also looks like the Claw's recruiting here in Sean.
So you noticed that too?
Yeah.
Oh, you've heard about it.
Ah, yeah, it was brought up to me. Neighbor.
Ilya, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him. You got your papers.
I did.
Good.
Mo's currently trying to connect what those two things have to do with one another.
Because he gave the papers to Ilya. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I may have actually known the person who trained him, come to think of it.
It
would be a stretch. You seem to know a lot of people.
Didn't you, when I showed you the picture from Bright Umbra, you said that one of the folks in there looked familiar?
Yeah.
White.
I thought he looked.
It was the white hair.
I thought he looked a wee bit like my neighbor.
Yeah, that's a result of things.
Things happen.
Mm-hmm. Not mine to tell.
Mo's noting it down in his brain to check out what things are later. Very curious to see these things.
But so yeah. Also, it looks like the claw's actually being, well, it looks, I wish Nara were here. There's something else that's going on.
Hmm?
There's a group that's receiving funds through Sean. We've traced it back to here in High Wolves.
It happened to be a Dark Lily operation.
Dream Lily?
Dream Lily, yes.
So you heard about that too?
Yes. We've actually been approached about it already.
You hear where the money's getting funneled to?
Don't know. Just know that money's happening. Constant.
It's a group called the Bloody Shadows.
I can guess that they're not a particularly happy group or out for the good of their neighbors.
Doesn't seem like it, no.
Given the name, no.
Their leadership's dragon marked. But they're not part of any of the houses. Not anymore.
So what you're saying is that they're... That hasn't happened. That can't happen.
Oh, it bloody well can. As before.
But... No.
They are elves. And they bear the mark of shadow.
Fuck! Fuck!
Any of you know anything about the Shadow Schism?
Yes.
I would
Do
have
you?
to
Do you want to
say-
roll a history? Because you're going to have to roll a history. I know Josh knows about it. Mo has had no reason to search that up.
I kind of want to
18 on the die, it's 22.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so it's just because you were in Carnath, and that's where a lot of these events happened. And with that 22, 972. That was the year that was on that picture from Operation Bright Umbra.
Mm.
That's the year the Shadow Schism started. When House Thorani attempted to eradicate House Palian and was mostly successful.
Ooh.
Mostly.
The Bloody Shadows are the remnants of House Palian. For their acts of trying to eliminate another of the dragon-marked house, House Thorani was kicked out of House Viarlan. And then set up their own.
Fuck.
And then set up their own house and managed to get approved by the 12.
Mm.
Again, with that 22, you're flashing back to a conversation had in a barracks room in Whitehearth, where Cost was talking about, because he was tired and he was rambling, talking about, bloody thought we had them all.
Mm.
And we would have gotten them all if it wasn't for me getting hit in the leg. The sorrow got me out of there. Instead of finishing the job. If it wasn't for me, there wouldn't have been any left to go complain to the 12. They tried to kill a child. An unborn child. A royal. Hey Mo, I think you got muted.
I did. We don't see this flashback, so we don't know what's happening. By the way,
You
Claire.
see it. Yeah.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, that's what you got for the 22, is you remember that.
Oh. I figured, since it was in a barracks, I immediately
No,
went
no,
to-
no, no. It was the barracks in Whitehearth.
Hmm.
It was after you freed him from the mirror.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. When he was sitting in the bed.
Yep. So, Mo's clicking stuff together again.
Mm-hmm.
Days full of puzzles.
Right.
As long as you get those corner pieces, right?
All these corner pieces are now made of death.
No, that's later.
Like an all-black puzzle.
Yeah, you know, like a red shadow. You know, that's if stars were to turn red, it'd be like red, like that.
Like the moon the other day.
Winds.
Again, just so everyone's clear, I die inside a little bit every time Lycera uses a mode talk in real life. Just so clear.
It happens. I'm sorry. I use Discord too much.
Capital D colon.
I'll put a little 8 equal. No, I'm kidding.
I knew where that was going.
Everyone knew where that was going.
Equal marks in the capital D.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know, they say never explain a joke, but it is on occasion hilarious.
Especially when it's a giant penis that you sent to your friend in a text message.
We're your friends, Mom.
I mean, that's how I told my friends that I got a phone, was I texted them a giant penis.
I remember.
I was like 16.
Anyway.
I was 16 before I got a phone.
That was like last year. Anyway.
A decade ago. Over a decade ago.
Anyway. So yeah, Mo's putting some stuff together. I think Lycera might be adding some stuff together.
Yeah, I mean, I rolled a 30-20, and I rolled
Oh.
a history.
See, here's the thing. I had Mo roll a history check because Mo's a scholar.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to roll just to roll. And I
Okay.
rolled a 30-20.
Okay. I'll say for that, like what I said out of character comment
Yeah.
about the thing. Yeah, that definitely occurs to Lycera. The red silhouette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only reason why I figured that was the case because of the letter, and when you said the stars, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that was me just making out of character comment, but it does occur to Lycera.
Yeah.
So here's the real big question, Cost, is what do you want us to do about this?
Well, I was just giving you information. I wasn't planning on asking you to do anything about it. We got plans to hit the leadership at some point. We have plans. That's what my task force does. Now, you said somebody asked you to look into the stuff in the doorstep, right?
Yeah.
Interrupt supply chain there. Wouldn't say no. Well, you gotta be a little crazy to mess with the bloody shadows. Then again, we're all a little crazy, isn't that right, Claire?
Mm-hmm. Ain't that right, Kilk?
And Kilk pulls out the crossbow and pulls out a little thing of oil. Yes, sir.
Oh.
Looks over to Kelp. What are you doing?
Getting ready.
Mo's currently like looking down and thinking every once in a while and like cursing and halfling and looking up again.
Kelk, out of curiosity, who do you think is the craziest here?
You're asking cost?
No, I'm asking Kelk.
The one who talks to her stick.
Yeah. I always said the one that talks to
The one who talks to her pet stick frequently
frequently
in public. Yes, the weirdest.
full conversations.
On face value alone. Yes, Lysair is the weirdest. I'm a halfling from the Talenta Plains. I'm known to be eccentric.
Who also has family and knows and is family where hobgoblins, goblins, and bugbears. Oh my. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it took me a while to get used to people clothes. I was used to not people clothes.
Yeah. Pretty sure I'm the weirdest.
They took me my parents.
The cube.
The cube. Cubo's the weirdest.
Out of us.
Cubo's
not
gonna get
the
addicted
cube.
to just little.
Did you just call it Cubo? Is that
Yes.
the name of this?
I've started to refer to the cube as Cubo. Yes.
Oh my god.
But his mother is. Never mind. That's Cubone.
No. Anyways.
Nobody should be doing that.
No.
It's the saddest Pokemon.
Really is. I mean, out of us, not Cubo.
Hey, would you like some trauma with your childhood memories? Here you go.
I'd rather not.
Oh, that neat hat that it wears? Yeah.
No.
Out of all of us here, then?
Yeah.
Like the humanoid-shaped folk?
Yeah.
The ones who aren't gelatinous. If you say yourself, we'll punch you.
Well, give me a little more time, then.
Oh my goodness.
And keep in mind, this is in my house, and I will punch you.
You actually just said something about nobody's
Yeah,
allowed to
no
punch people in the house of
I'm
Hogwarts.
well aware. You know how serious this is. Which one of us is the weirdest?
Can you get back to me on this? I gotta think.
Cost, what about you?
Can you rule anybody out?
Yeah. Narrow
Well, I
it
mean-
down.
I mean, I talk to Cora all the time, so talking to Stick ain't that unusual to me.
Yeah.
Coral?
Cora,
Cora.
Crossbow.
he's still polishing the crossbow. Cora,
Wait, does your crossbow talk back?
does your stick talk back?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, now
No,
Cora.
no, it is. No, it is.
Oh.
I just said no, it is.
I think he ruled it out for him.
Can I get back to my answer now?
Nah, no need to get back. It's straight me. Yeah. Wait, your crossbow doesn't talk back to you?
No, Well,
What's
you
the
can sing at times.
what's the significance of talking to your weapon?
To build friendship, Claire.
You ever played Dragon Age?
Wait, what's that?
What
what's,
is that?
Dragon.
The Age of Dragons was, and Cos was like, yeah, the Age of Dragons was a long time ago. I don't even remember back that far.
What about Rents? Rents is still here. What does he think?
Ren seems alright.
Rens
talking-
already knows I'm
I'm
the
talk-
weirdest
I'm-
one. Rens has read
Yeah.
my papers.
Is this
Wait.
true, Rents?
Is it?
Yeah, no, the paper was rather interesting. He didn't make too many mentions of his companions.
So you tell me that most
Probably
crazier,
for-
most crazier than the talking cane woman.
Name,
is
Claire.
Is it a sentient magic item?
I'm
Yeah.
sure you've
Well then, no.
figured
that's
out
absolutely
which
nothing
one
wrong.
is
I
which.
talk to Cubo all the time. By the way, I like the name. Is that alright if I use?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I talk to Cubo all the time. Cubo is intelligent.
I'm gonna stare at
Wonderful listener from what I've
Cost.
seen.
I'm gonna stare at Collis in disappointment.
For what?
Just
I didn't give an answer.
Wait, are you calling me weird, Claire? Is this what this is?
You know, I heard a story when we were on the way back that somebody lit somebody else on fire.
Yeah.
that was the staff's fault.
What?
Claire, the
What?
bloody staff wasn't around yet.
You don't. No.
Yes, I do. We talked about
We
it.
talked about it.
Oh,
On the
yeah,
trip
we
back through the Moonland. Yeah, no.
Are we sure I'm not the idiot here?
Oh, if we're talking about the idiot, then I am gonna say me.
I don't consider you to be one, Claire. You can
It-
play
I
it
mean,
off,
to be
but I don't
fair,
actually
from what I've
consider you
seen, we're
one.
all a little naive.
Insight check on Lysair.
Wow!
Hiya!
Roll low, bitch. Roll low.
Claire firmly believes she's not.
Rolo.
Inspiration die. I'm kidding. I'm kidding on inspiration, but yes, it was only like a 4.
Claire firmly believes she's not an idiot. Lysair
Claire?
firmly believes
Claire?
she's not an
Oh,
idiot.
shh. Claire? For a second.
Oh no.
Just for a second.
Split second.
You think Claire's your sister? Or, sorry, Lysair's your sister.
You're your own sister.
That would
Basically.
that would explain a lot.
And you're like, wait a minute. She said, no, that doesn't make sense. And the thought goes.
I didn't know my mother. She could have done stuff. I don't know how many.
Yeah.
Your mother's definitely not an elf.
Well, it's like two
Both of her
centaurs.
parents were hell. Oh,
It's like two centaurs
Yeah.
having a talking horse and like a normal person as
We
twins.
adopted.
I think we're getting off topic.
I was going to say, it feels like we're getting a bit off topic, yeah. Anyway. But yeah, like I said, just want to pass the information along. Spectre's not exactly the great at keeping people up to speed.
You can say that.
Well, I appreciate the expediency in which you got the research papers back to me, and also the fact that you're sharing information with me at all. So thank you.
Course.
So we do this one like pretty much every week that we're actually here. Me and Lysair at least have been. So if you want to stop on by next week for another muffin, feel free.
I'll be in Carnath next week, unfortunately.
Well, feel free to take some rations from the pantry for the road. Always open to you.
And make a trip
for
back
now-
to Barrow Holt.
Have a meal, sit down, enjoy yourself.
I'll do that. So yeah, that'll be. You guys finish up your brunch.
That was a long brunch.
It was
Yeah.
a long brunch.
I mean, to be fair, like with all the stuff, the out of character talking and everything, it's actually not really that long. Lysera.
Honestly, the more we delay this brunch, is great for me because I don't want to go outside to talk to this goddamn.
It's
I
time to
know
talk to a goblin.
that's the time now.
It's the time to talk to a goblin.
I'm gonna mute my mic and just listen from the background, probably scream when you start giving away information you shouldn't.
I mean, I'm screaming internally already because I'm pretty sure this is gonna happen.
I mean, can one of us tag along?
No,
No,
they
said
specifically said
101.
101.
See, if Nara was here, it probably could be sneaking in the shadows, but like, yeah, no.
So is Lysair just like right outside, or just somewhere else completely?
Aspo is going to take Lysera off somewhere else to conduct the interview.
We need Nara.
Never go to the second location.
Undisclosed location.
Undisclosed, yeah.
So, yeah, Aspo leads you to a small little set of rooms at a nearby inn. And I say this is an inn. There's like 3 rooms to this place. But yeah, just like Right. So here we go. You seem nervous. Don't be nervous. It's fine. I'm sorry I had to come on strong like that. I'm used to dealing with people like that. Uh, it's how I've been trained. Because a lot of people don't want to answer questions. I'm sorry about the lying as well.
You
No, it
made a
wasn't
very
nice.
strong first impression. I will give you that.
I tried. So it's very simple. What's your name?
Lysair Moonvale.
Okay, and you are a spellcaster, correct?
Yes.
Uh, Follower of the star prophecies.
Yes.
Okay, so this okay. And so you just come back from. By the way, the whole bit about the large demonstration crowd. That is literally my editor's words. I don't like it, but that's what he tells me to say. Uh,
Oh,
I know
okay.
there's only 5 people. If I had my choice, that's what would be in the paper. Uh,
Yeah.
like I'm the one that wrote the whole article about how stupid the revivalists are. I also got in trouble for including the line. Usually they're restricted to competition's editorial columns. They didn't catch it before it went to print. Okay.
Oh.
So you had just returned to Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What did you think of the demonstration?
To be fair, I didn't really, and you can see her being really fucking. You can see me being really nervous about this. I didn't really take a peek at it. I was really just happy that we got back to Sean, honestly.
The demonstration was easy to overlook. Excellent. Trust me, my editor will love that one.
Given everything that we've been through, yeah, I was just really grateful to be back in Sean.
Hmm?
Honestly,
And you're originally from the Eldine Reaches, correct?
correct, yeah.
Okay. And you live here in High Walls now?
Mhm.
Okay. What is your feeling towards Breland and the citizenry of Sean in general?
So far, things have been peaceful, and from what I can tell of it, and as of currently, I'm pretty indifferent right now. I just want to help people and save people. That's basically all that I really would like to do in life, honestly.
Okay. All right, good to know. And what do you think about when people say that the uh, presence of non-natives on Brelish soil is an invasion?
Wait, could you repeat that again? Sorry.
What do you think of the people who claim that non-Brelish living in Breland, as in being fully living in Breland,
Hmm.
is an invasion?
I mean, invasion is such a strong word to use, honestly. If there are non-British people living in that area, it should be more welcoming and more. Hmm, what's the word I'm looking for?
Accepting?
Yeah, yeah,
Excellent.
accepting. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, and are you familiar with Brelish history?
Uh, Actually, I'm afraid not.
Okay. So, one of the things these revivalists are using to try and uh, of would try and use as the excuse for Brelish citizens to not have to put up with foreigners on their soil,
Mm-hmm.
uh, which, as we've discussed, I technically consider one of those, since my family is originally from the Eldine Reaches. They use the remarks by Queen Rowan as the battle cry. Queen Rowan was the first Brelish queen,
Okay.
because she was a princess who was ruling Breland, and then when the last war started, she declared herself as queen. So let's see. So one of the remarks that she made was that if any foreigners on Brelish soil should not find peace, but should be embraced by death. It was the beginning of the last war. Strong speeches like that were all the rage.
Interesting. Okay.
When you came in to Berlin, depending on how you came, or into Sean, you may have actually seen her statue. The entire gate is named after it. It's Rohan's Gate.
I did when I came
Okay.
in. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I actually think I have all the remarks that I need for this article.
Okay.
And she puts the notepad down and sets it to the side. And this was a different notepad that she was or they put the notepad down into the side, and this is a different notepad than they were using before. And they pull out another notepad and shows you the various comments and stuff that they were copying down precisely as everybody was saying it, and holds it over a candle. As promised.
As promised.
Now, can I ask where exactly were you? And she doesn't have, or they don't have any paper or anything in front of them right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you said you were thankful to be back. Can I ask where exactly you were coming from?
Okay, here it is. I'll do a roll on my own. Hold on.
There's no notebook or anything in front of them.
Mm-hmm. There isn't. I'm trying so hard not to put my influence into this comment.
And there is a background that gives you a photogenic memory that also includes auditory processing.
Josh, shut the fuck up.
Lexer is gonna have to do it. I hate this. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, you love this.
I hate this. We just came back from a quest that we had to take within the Moorlands.
Ah, yes. Vassal Hargrave had written up that in his paper.
Mhm.
What did you think of the Moorlands?
Not a place I would recommend to anyone, honestly. It was kind of creepy, a little bit.
Oh, that's fair. Now that was you, the rather rude paladin, right?
She has her moments. She can be really nice when she needs to be.
I'm sure she can. What was her name again?
Claire.
Claire, thank you.
Wait, heartwarming, and the rest of your body warming, provided there's a lantern.
Claire's name was never said inside of there, and they didn't know it.
It's okay, McKnight. I love you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
While Lysa is having this interview, I want to go buy some lanterns.
I'm gonna go buy some lanterns. The Claire McKnight story.
I would like
I'm
to
gonna go for a
live.
walk.
That's the one shot right there.
Literally,
just clarifying lanterns.
Said he was going for a walk.
Came back with a
No,
whole bunch of
don't let
lanterns.
him go for. No. Anyway. Right. So you went to the Moonlands. What would possess you to want to go to that place?
I mean, it was a mission that we had to complete from someone who gave it to us.
Oh, right. I understand. You need to be discreet, of course.
Mhm.
You went directly there, then.
From here, yes.
You went directly to the Moonlands from Sean.
Yeah.
Roll a deception check. Because no, you didn't.
No.
You went to Rook and Droll
I
first.
know. Please, for the love that is D&D.
Inspiration die.
I'm going to use an inspiration die for this one.
I'm so glad we're using inspiration die.
And about time, I was like, we should use them because I'm
Yeah.
clearly can't stack for much longer.
No.
So that's a 12. I tried. That's.
Okay. Right. Okay. That's fine. You get the feeling, by the way, that they believe you.
Okay.
6 on the die. They do not.
Thank God.
They do not have that high of a insight.
Thank God I do. Shit.
Right. So, whereabouts did you go to the Mistfall? Do you know? It fascinates me. That's the thing.
How come? I'm just curious.
Oh, it's gonna sound stupid. My father, actually might have predicted the morning.
Huh?
Can I roll an insert?
Mm-hmm.
I hate my life. Why?
You need to get some new dice.
You
fuck up.
need to just be a halfling.
It's not a 1, but it's damn close. It's a 2.
Yeah, doesn't do anything on
What's
a
the
2.
total?
Wait, it was the insight, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 9.
Okay. They're kind of hard to read. They are a goblin, and you know, Lysair, you grew up near goblins that were very open.
And nice.
Yeah, they're nice when they need to be.
Fair.
So he had tattoos similar to yours.
Huh. Wish I could roll another insight check.
He, like I said, he was from the Twilight Demons, and he saw the future in the stars.
That would make sense. Yeah.
As far as Lysair knows, that is where the futures is. It's the stars.
Squint.
So, because of that, and she holds up the interview they hold up the interview they just did with you.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to get worked on, and you are going to sound like the picture of a friendly. I don't want to say the word immigrants, but it's the most accurate.
Yeah.
But you visitor, you're going to be painted as an extremely the picturesque visitor to our city for 2 reasons. The first of which is to make those revivalists who talk about the evils of immigrants and things like that look like idiots.
Fair enough.
the second.
Wanted to point out that if she was looking into immigrants, she would have also probably noted
They.
Moe's apart. Yes, they. Sorry, I keep thinking of the character in Fallout 4. That's
And
also a
also
reporter
because
with
of the voice I'm doing, probably.
yeah, have very similar characteristics in my mind.
Mm.
So I apologize.
That's probably where the
So-
voice is coming from, truth told.
So yes, they would have noticed the decorations does have the Outlander background features, so he does keep things around that are
They actually didn't.
Polenta Plains centric.
They actually didn't.
Oh, really?
For a very specific reason. They were distracted.
Yeah.
The second reason, because the story you just told me about traveling to the Moonland. Well, really, for that same reason, the story you just told me about traveling to the Moonland is also going to get written up. I have a very good memory. And you and your friends will be described in that article as brave heroes. My father was from the Twilight Demesnes. I know the look of a Circle of Stars druid on a quest. I'd like to help.
And that is greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Your friend Claire, however, is a fucking twat, just so we're clear.
Like I said, she has her moments, and given everything that happened and in the course
I mean,
of that
when
happened,
that dwarf came in, I'm pretty sure he said something about her setting someone on fire. I was just outside the door. I also have good ears.
I see that. Yeah, look,
I'm not going to mention that in the article.
yeah, that kind of happened.
The violent arsonist in the party? Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, please don't.
Traveling
So-
with a violent arsonist.
I would like you to think of me as a resource. I have various skills, and more importantly, you can do some of the most amazing things on all of Eberron. And it matters nothing if no one hears about it.
I have a bard for a follower. Holy shit.
A goblin bard.
Charismatic goblin. Gotta love it.
Gotta love it.
It breaks the norm, but in the perfect way, where it really fits.
Oh my goodness.
I am imagining the goblin with the little cap that.
Oh yeah, like once they drop the little kid act, they definitely put the cap on.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured too.
I'm also basing it a little bit on Saccharissa Cripslock from Discworld. By the way, everybody read Discworld. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying. They need to put it back on Audible. Audible, if you're listening, put it back on.
this is also true. Get a VPN.
Just give me.
Remember, you can
I
set
don't
a
wanna go
VPN
to-
that you're from a different country.
I don't want to put in that effort.
That's
I
fair.
want
fair.
to.
Okay, then
Why are
go
they
to
not
the other
giving me
country.
books? That's fair. I might do that.
And anyway.
Any whoozleby.
Germany's great these days. These days.
So, yep. So, yeah, you have a friend in the press.
Whoa.
Which, by the way, that article that they were talking about,
Mm-hmm.
that was in the Sharn Inquisitive.
Ooh.
The one I sent you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did anybody
Oh.
actually read it?
I read it, and that's why I was just gonna be over here like, oh, big time. Okay.
Yeah. They also made a comment about something getting into the Inquisitive.
Yeah. That's why
See,
I was just like,
This is a time when chronicles, by the way, they're not called newspapers in Eberron, they're called chronicles. But this is before bylines were a thing. Because the whole idea is that you shouldn't know who is the one writing it, because why does that matter if they're presenting facts?
Exactly.
Credibility wasn't really. I mean, it kind of was it, but it wasn't really part of it at the same time.
Yeah, you take the pictures, I'll give you the war.
But either way, I apologize for Claire, if anything.
Oh, and to be fair, I was acting a bit of an asshole as well.
Yeah, you just a tad.
Like I said, I'm used to dealing with rough customers. A few weeks back, there was a article I published about a guy named Blesh.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't particularly happy with it.
Why is that name familiar?
Good
That's
question.
what I was. Yeah, I'm like, why is that name familiar?
Pay attention to what I say, it would be.
God.
Blesh is the name that Grey Kell brought up to being the one who's in charge of Dolores' doorstep.
That's what it was. DM don't gotta be sassy, okay?
Hmm?
Yeah, the DM
not
don't
even
gotta
there.
be sassy, okay?
I can be sassy if I want.
Wow.
Well, to be fair, we don't have the same synapses, so it's not like a clear memory of them telling us. It's a memory of, like, basically, for me playing the game, it's kind of like watching a movie, and sometimes I forget what the characters say to each other, but I got the context of it, but I don't
Oh.
remember the exact words or how they were said. So, like,
How-
names of stuff, I forget, but my character would remember.
How do you forget what characters say? I'm pointing at my name. Hopefully. Is it there or is it here?
Is there?
There.
There? Yeah.
Yeah.
I earned that nickname for a reason.
Yeah, my memory is real bad.
I know, and I'll be honest, I have a tendency to forget that people have worse memories than me.
That's why I'm trying
Also-
to write everything
But
down.
also,
Yeah.
the DM doesn't get a chance to be sassy too often.
Fair enough.
I mean, I'm never going to get Brendad sassy, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that after.
Mm-mm.
So anyway,
Yeah. I mean,
do you guys want to do another 2-week time skip?
yeah.
Mo, did you want to plan something? You
Mm,
joked
I know-
about it before.
you
Oh,
did
yeah,
joke
party.
about it.
Party. Yeah.
But at the same time, if we are doing a 2 weeks time, so can I research the 3 constellations that was in a certain letter that I was received?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, you can.
That's all I want. That's all I want to do. Be doing the time skip.
So real quick, one thing with Mo, you have a choice.
Ooh.
And I feel bad because I'm essentially kicking Mo out of the game if he chooses one of these things. Not permanently, but for like the next couple of sessions. And
Oh.
the end of this session and the next session, probably, depending on how much time skipping happens.
Okay.
Mo, you can plan a party, or you can take a lightning rail trip to Karnath and then go from there to try and meet up with your family
Oh no.
and then get back.
Oh, these are 2 good choices, though. These are 2 good ones.
And on the way back, you will definitely need to make sure that you have a car with a stable.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you leave right after the 2 weeks, it will give you time to get there and back.
Yeah.
I know the answer. Yeah.
Would probably have actually taken longer, but travel times are nebulous in Eberron intentionally.
Yeah. I already know
Unfortunately,
the
there's no
answer.
lightning rail that goes directly into the Talenta Plains.
No, you gotta travel for a while, pretty much either on foot or by wing.
Now, that being said, you can send a message to your family like basically it will go from Sharn message station almost instantaneously. It actually does take a while. It's like the Gondor calls for aid.
Yeah.
Lighting of the torches is because it does have to relay. By the way, great podcast, House Civis message station, where they turn House Civis message stones into a podcast and talk in character. They also followed us, so like giving them a shout out. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called House Civis message station. But so basically, once it gets nearby, they'll send a physical messenger up to carry it. That would cost you 2 silver per word. Or 2 sovereigns per word.
Seems kind of pricey, but also I have way more money than I've ever had before right now.
That is also true.
It's near instantaneous like communication. Yeah. It's gonna be pricey.
Well, near instantaneous, they still have to send a runner. It's the Talent Blade.
Yeah. As opposed to sending someone directly from here all the way there.
That's fair.
Like the courier, because House Orient operates a courier service, could do it for 1 silver piece per mile. Do you want to know how much gold that is going to cost you?
A lot. It's a lot of miles.
Yeah, it is.
I would
Like
like
I'm
to
looking
say,
at my map right here.
So, no, I mean, I'll pay for long distance. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
I
Like
would
it is
like-
literally more than half the map. It's actually like
Damn.
3/4 of the map to get from Sharn to the Talenta Plains.
I would like to also say before Mo leaves for the Talenta Plains that my mom, what I'm trying to remember. My mom called you interesting.
Me?
Yeah, Mo. Cause yeah, I write letters to my parents just to tell them about my journeys here, and she called you interesting.
You know who doesn't write letters to their parents? Claire.
I wonder why.
I'm a terrible person.
What happened to your
Probably write
parents,
some-
Claire?
Probably write some pretty edgy poetry about them, but
Some edgy lyrics or some shit. Yeah,
Anyway,
man.
keep in mind Claire is like how old in character?
How old is
Like,
Claire?
that's a wonderful question.
yeah.
Sorry, that was really bad timing.
Sorry. What?
What was the bad
And
timing?
how old is Claire? We are wondering.
Oh, 28.
28.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, chronologically, technically, Claire is the youngest, but I also feel like Claire is like maturity level the
Lifespan
oldest.
wise,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
lifespan wise and maturity level, therefore, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is
Happens to
why
mature more
Claire
slowly,
fits
too.
both the angry and the trauma mama one at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So what about my
Oh,
my
that's a
dead
bit
parents?
personal. Oh, I made a comment about who doesn't
Write letters to their parents.
Claire.
Actually, I don't know if actually DM
Mm-hmm.
would
Are you
Claire
going?
have any relatives that other than her parents
Mm-hmm.
that
Yes, lots of them.
well,
Would
not
you like to know what their last name is?
no, oh my goodness,
I saw that coming.
that were more
Friendly,
caring.
caring.
What? Well, before. Actually, no. I don't know the timeline well.
You're trying to figure out if before Claire, the bad things happened,
Yeah, would anyone have any?
whether or not you had family members that would like come and visit you and were actually seem nice.
Yes.
Basically, yeah.
No,
Damn.
and it's not that there weren't ones that didn't seem nice. They didn't want to see John. You guys have see. This is the thing. It feels like you guys have this misconception that House Cannith is freaking evil because of shit that John DeCannith did, and what some of the people were doing in the backside. Cannith is not evil.
I just have a
Okay.
bad father.
Yeah, no, he was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And that's where the impression stays until unless my views
You've
are
met
changed.
someone who was raised in House Cannith who is perfectly fucking fine.
I'm still sus.
You're sus.
Sus.
Hello.
About
Also-
Lay.
Also, my
Sus.
family has worked with houses plenty. I'm familiar with them.
Claire doesn't have a problem with
I
houses.
worked
Claire
with
has a problem with
Galanda.
Cannith.
I have plenty of Galanda recipes. Like, I've worked with them extensively.
Like I said, Claire's more of like, he's like, yeah, they seem nice, but it's still like on the edge.
Meanwhile, Lysa is just like, Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya.
Yeah,
Yeah,
To
like, Sarah
everybody.
doesn't know what's happening. Like, no
Literally.
politics of this are like involved in her head at all. She's just like,
None.
these people are weird. They got weird tattoos. Like, I don't know what's happening.
I just want to help people. That's all I want to do.
Star said
So
bad shit's gonna happen, so,
so
I'm
if
here.
okay, so for the 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm. Real quick, one thing that needed to happen before I forget. So right before you leave, Mo, what are you instructing Rents to do while you're gone? And what would you have had Rents doing?
That's a good question.
That's why I asked it.
I am going to give Rent the orb that Lay gave me. I'm gonna have her study it.
Him.
Well, yes, him. Sorry.
I know. My voices aren't exactly great, so.
No. I'm. So, yes, Rent is gonna study
The orb.
Lay's artifact that she made me.
Okay.
Um,
Now, here's a question. Before that, it's just for some reason, I don't know why, it's a picture I have of Mo who does not keep his stuff organized.
Absolutely not. He is.
Did not think so. So,
He's a nomad. He's used to nesting habits.
so at one point, Rents is going to try and help, like, sort stuff for you.
Yeah.
And while he's going through that, like, you were out getting supplies for your trip time. And you come back, and he is holding a shard. I'm sorry, sir. I found this while I was trying to sort things out.
That's okay. Just put it over there on the shelf.
Well, sir, I was trying to figure out where this went. So I identified it.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have read it, should I?
I personally, I don't know. I haven't.
There's something in here, sir. And not just spells.
I'm sorry.
You know what the shard I'm talking about is, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Melora's
Yeah.
spellbook.
Mhm.
She didn't just have spells in here, sir.
Well, what
Yeah.
else? Like a journal?
There were some angry ramblings.
Scroll work for enchantment, maybe. What? What else could possibly be in a?
And he pulls over a piece of paper where he has written something down. I felt draconic, sir. But this is literally transliterated from what I saw. Does Mo speak draconic?
I don't.
Somebody in the party does.
think so. Nope, I don't.
Unfortunate.
You
I-
do know, however, that Lysera does, because I'm pretty sure you have had a conversation about that, because part of what she'd written in that one journal was in
Mhm.
Draconic.
Yep.
I mean, I have means with the university to translate Draconic if I need to.
That is also true.
That's kind of what I'm hinging on there. I do not speak it though. It's not fluent to me.
But you have an elf that does.
So I can't eat this. Well, I wish I could tell you I knew what it meant. But I think Lysera may be able to help us on this.
Right, so
Looks a bit like some of her notes.
do you want me to take this over to her? See if she can translate it?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I'm sorry, sir. I shouldn't have intruded.
Don't be. No,
And
it's fine. I am an open book.
he goes off to Lysera's.
Who is it?
Mistress Moonvale. It's Rince, ma'am.
Oh, I'll be right there. Give me a second.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll walk to the door and then open. Oh, hello.
Hi. So I was looking through a spell shot that Vassal Hargrave had.
Mhm.
Which, by the way, I'm sure he's been told multiple times to call him Mo. And Mo, that Mo had, and I found something in it that was written Draconic, and he said that you do speak Draconic,
Oh,
and you can read it.
Yeah.
Okay. And he hands you the piece of paper.
First, come inside.
Okay. He does. He comes inside with you.
And we'll set out a table, and then I'll take the shard, and I start looking at it and seeing exactly what is written on it.
You try.
Oh,
It's Draconic, but
but it's that old draconic, isn't it?
I need an intelligence arcana check.
Ha ha ha! All right, you know what? I give up with this game. It's fine. It's fine. What is this? Hold on. Let me look at this die real quick. Yeah, that's a 10.
Did you add your inspiration?
I added my inspiration for one of the other ones, unless I had another one.
You had 2 because I gave everybody 2 because you guys are freaking awesome.
One. That's an 11.
Tip to DMs out there. Never have players roll for something that you want them to be able to do.
Apparently, at this point.
Rents is going to give you the help action. Because Rents, while isn't very good at Draconic, is able to recognize some words and is actually a member of a dragon marked house, technically.
I love him so much.
Huh?
Did it let me roll again? If that was the hope. Yeah, I love him. I really do. I really fucking
That's really what followers are good for.
Because I rolled a natural 20.
Woo! Fuck yes. And I really hope this isn't going to give too much shit away. Are you ready?
I got a pen in my hand. Let's go.
It is part of the Draconic prophecy. When a child of the lying shade holds the vert hand and reads the mind of the first bear queen, the Bodkin's gem shall no longer be girt by harmony, but shall be engulfed by quietus.
Aw. I'm gonna relay all that back to him.
It's so. So I was right. It is part of the draconic prophecy.
Yeah.
Okay. That's.
Revelation, son.
I never. mm, I didn't. I didn't pass the test of Sybaris. Uh, but some of my classmates had, which really annoyed them when I was actually better at Artifice than they were. Uh, and like, sir, you remember where you met Rents originally?
Where did I meet him?
Before he transitioned.
Yep.
You met him in a House Cannith enclave. He is the one that made your star map.
Oh. Right.
His name at the time was Claire,
Oh.
which is why every time someone would say
Claire.
McKnight's name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But when you first met him last week, in real time,
Yeah.
he specifically said it's not Claire anymore. It is Rents, short for Clarence, but Rents. Like, it's like it doesn't have to be awkward. It's because he transitioned, which is also why he didn't take Mo's offer for alcohol, because still partially in the process.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you want to read that back to me? Make sure you got that right.
I skimmed it on my notepad, okay? I didn't write the whole thing down. I skimmed it.
I will make sure that I get a good copy of it because I changed some of the wording as I was reading it out loud. So I'm gonna have to edit that and then I'll send it to you so you have it, because you're gonna need the exact wording. It is a prophecy in general. Anytime there's a prophecy, you get exact.
Oh no,
wording.
I was checking the vibe for this one and making sure I got it word for word when we were done with this. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Hubris matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Congratulations. You now have a piece of a future puzzle.
I was jealous. He just has pieces of current puzzles.
Well, Mo also now has this because I'm assuming Lysera is going to write down 2 different copies of it.
Yeah.
And send one back with Rents.
Yeah. I still would like to thank you for the necklace also.
Oh, it got me my passing grade. I wasn't even actually in that class. I was a teaching assistant. Apparently whatever your friend Nara bribed him with was enough to convince him to give me a passing grade for it. And like I said, if there's any issues with it, if you discover that something that you made wasn't quite right, I can always try and fill it back in to correct it.
But honestly, you really did a wonderful job on that.
Oh, thank you. It was, like I said, it's the reason I was able to graduate, and now I'm graduate a little early, and then take care of personal matters. And then I saw Mo's piece, and yeah.
It's funny how things come full circle.
It is. The stars always spin, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna go. Take this back to Mo. He's actually, in case you didn't know, is getting ready to head back to the Salenta Plains for a little bit.
Oh really?
Yes. But yes, I'll talk to you later then. Brunch on Saturday still. Okay.
Tell Mo to be safe and to take care. If anything, if I don't get to see him, if not, I'll tell him myself. But
right, I'll tell him again after I've said it about 5 million times. And he takes off back to his place.
Yeah.
I think you cut out for a second.
Yeah, sorry. You get the prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
Rents brings it back. Yep, my internet connection is unstable. Yeah.
Oh no!
Hey, Claire, 2 weeks.
What you doing?
Am I back? Am I good?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
You good? Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Claire's learning how to make food.
So while Mo was gone,
Mm-hmm.
I will have brunch with Lycera to fill in.
Oh,
What about rents?
sorry.
What about rents?
I suppose I'll have brunch with Rents too.
Okay.
So Claire's for those brunches is just kind of like half. I'll do this to keep her company, and the other half like I don't really want to be here. So it's kind of like that mood.
Regretting every second of it, but still.
But
good
any other
intentions.
days, I'd like to learn more since I want to say I grew up with not much knowledge of Kenneth.
No, you grew up with a lot of knowledge, Kenneth.
Okay.
You grew up in the house. Up until you realized what the sort of things your father was doing,
Okay.
you were convinced that Kenneth was, like, to serve in House Kenneth was one of the greatest callings.
Mm-hmm.
It was a privilege to have been born in House Kenneth.
You just turned south when stuff went
Yeah.
down. Okay.
It's kind of like kids that grew up being, like, super religious and then realized that some of the religious
So now,
beliefs
and then I basically kind of question. I question it now.
and they go completely fucking flip the other way and say, "Fuck you, God." Yeah, no, it's
Okay. And right now I'm just in question now. Okay. All right. Then I will just chill, I guess.
okay. Spend your days healing.
Laying
training with-
hands on children.
Wow.
What? I went there.
Wow. I can't
I
believe you
went
put
there.
it that way. That is so wrong. Never been more proud. We've graduated from the mandatory paladin masturbation jokes.
To Catholic Church jokes in Eberron.
Basically.
Hey, to be fair, the closest thing to the Catholic Church is actually run by a child right now, so.
Yeah.
Oh, Jayla. No one's fooled. When you say Jayla Darren's going to be hot when she grows up, you're saying she's hot now.
Yeah, I'll just chill and then hang out with Lycera whenever
Okay.
feels comfortable hanging out.
Yeah. Every SAR.
Just that day?
I mean,
Aww.
Damn.
Claire wants to hang out with you more.
I mean, if you want to, I don't want to impose.
It's whatever you want. I'm just, since.
Are you trying to ship us?
No, absolutely not.
Why? Not everything that people do involves sea
Okay.
travel.
Okay. Not like. But relationships exist beyond romantic relationships. I'm
Yes,
imagining
when
more of like
someone's-
a
when
Golden Girls thing, like cheesecake.
When someone says ship, okay, let me rephrase that.
I get what
When
it means.
Esme says ship, we know what she's talking about.
We know what she's talking about. I want to break that norm.
That's
Okay,
I
fair.
think the relationship here is cheesecake.
Yeah, we're talking
That
an
is the
and, not a
quintessential.
slash. We're talking ampersand, not a slash.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ampersand is when it's just, they're there, and it's their relationship. When it's slash, it's a romantic thing. I confuse people when I said a Percy, Cassandra, and Cassandra thing, and they're like, that's just wrong. No, it's not a slash.
Okay.
Anyway.
I mean, yeah. I don't want to impose.
I mean, I either hang out with you or hang out with Kelk.
I think you'd rather hang out.
I mean, I'm actually still here, so.
As I said, it's either you or Kelk.
I mean,
No offense, Kelk.
With respect, so why can't it be both?
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be both.
So, I know you don't
Yeah,
understand,
yeah.
Kelk, but, even I have my female side to me. and I would like to
Uh-huh.
have women talk.
You wanna have girl time?
I'm sorry, but
You
does
call it
Kilk
girl
have to
time
make a
one more time.
Charisma check after that.
After what?
Why can't it be both?
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Why? What are you? I don't understand.
But no, seriously, wanna have girl time?
I mean, if y'all want to have a sleepover, I can go somewhere else. That's fine too.
I swear, if you guys call it this one more time,
You said that the last time, actually.
I'm gonna be on the headlines.
I mean, to be fair, wasn't there a piece in the paper a while back talking about a group of heroes that went into the Mournland and pretty much described y'all?
Word for word.
Yes, I would sometimes like girl time, as you guys would call it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you just have to tell me to get lost, so
I'm not gonna tell you get lost.
it's not that difficult for me. I get lost all the time.
If Mo was there, you could hang out with Mo.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, I could go talk to Nara, see if he wants to get drinks again.
That's also true, yeah.
That new guy Casey seems pretty awesome. And to be fair, I mean, even Aspel has asked if I wanted to go grab drinks with them at some point. They've been still hanging around here lately too, ain't they?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I had a talk after the interview, and yeah.
Well, then, whenever you're not walking around with me, you just take care of yourself.
This is Will. This is not Kilk. This is Will that's smiling at this.
You know those moments when, after you say it, you realize what you said?
No, I know. Tell me what that's like.
Yeah, I knew exactly what I said. I heard what I said.
Okay. All right.
And if you think of any
By the way,
thoughts,
anyone
Kill,
that's watching, we are 3. We are immensely.
Wait, wait, are you telling me I am 3? I'm like 1 at this point.
no, if 3 was here,
No, I'm talking about our age, not what we rolled.
I mean, if 3 was here,
Oh.
he'd probably just.
You didn't have to go there, okay? Some of us are not talented in the roles of the math rocks, okay? You didn't have to go there.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Rude.
It was there. Has anything I said tonight not been rude?
Heckin' rude.
I'm sassy DM tonight.
I mean, you really are. I appreciate it.
Can we just go get our girl time?
Yay, girl time.
I need,
Well, you can't braid Claire's hair now, so.
Damn, that is true. It's too short. It's not too short.
don't trust
like
me
a
with
kind of
braiding
braid.
hair.
You could give her like a close braid.
Or like a kind of like a flower crown.
Never mind. You weren't going where my mind went. We're good.
Oh no, I know where your mind.
You dirty bastard.
You have no idea where my mind went.
Okay, we'll talk about that. But yeah, I can get Claire a little flower crown, maybe possibly. Yeah, depending on how much.
A flower crown.
All right. So I'm gonna say you guys go off and have some girl time.
Yeah.
You actually can talk about that like in the Discord or like talk to each other exactly what you do and then mention it next week.
Fair enough.
That way, you know,
An
it's
explicit detail.
Explicit, got you.
Me and
here real quick.
Me and
One
Lysa.
last thing. Well, Mo's freaking gone for a bit, isn't he? Shit.
Yes,
am.
he is.
We'll be back.
Me and Lysa go full white chicks.
Oh my God! Yes.
Or-
And I need.
Sorry, I just had the Terry Crews singing along in the car. thing in
Yeah,
my head.
that's why I
That's
went
exactly
there.
why she was
Yeah.
doing it. is
But, you
because
know,
that's
but
the whole
instead-
Oh no, I
scene
didn't
in
even
that
hear
movie.
that. It was just too busy playing in my head.
But instead, it's just like Sarah on like a floating disc and just falling behind me.
Okay,
Oh
so,
my God, guys.
so you guys are. Oh wait, did you finally cast Tensor's floating disc?
No, I didn't. I'm just joking.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, that
so
was a joke, yeah.
you guys go off to have girl time. Are you inviting Grey Kel?
Ooh.
I just realized not a single one of the followers is actually a female. Now I feel like an asshole.
Then I'll go up to. Then I will visit Grey Cow, and I'm just gonna be as clear as possible to describe what we're going to do.
Okay, as you're walking up to Grey Kel, you see Grey Kel is talking to someone who had stopped her on the street. Right. I understand that this is not coming down from you. But remember, the law's doorstep is my place. And if you think that I'm just going to leave because of some fucking watch captain, right? You've got another fucking thing coming. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Hmm.
I know I'm supposed to be intimidated by the guy talking about there's going to be another thing coming, but anytime I hear somebody talking about another thing is coming, I think about the fact that they're telling me about it. And
Yeah, okay. And
Yeah.
just so
inherently
we're,
kind of
and
lame.
I was kind of trying to leave it as cliffhanger, but basically the guy's going to make some threats and walk off. Like, he basically as
Oh no, it's
as
like
that-
ending the episode. I got it.
Yeah,
Like,
but no. What I'm saying is that he walks off like immediately after that, and Claire, Grey Kel, and Lycera get to have some girl time. Grey Kel will explain that was Blesh.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you for joining us, either here or in the future. It's weird that I get to talk to people in the future. It's awesome. It's like time traveling.
it was weirder if you could talk to them in the past.
Oh, man.
I mean, I can. Doesn't mean they'll hear me. I talk to my dad all the time. So,
Fair enough.
thank you guys for joining us. Remember, have a safe weekend. Possible cyber attack tomorrow, so extremely careful. I will, ironically, probably be playing Cyberpunk while that's happening. So
I will also be playing a single player game. Not
I'm gonna be
I'll
on Sims.
I'll be at
So,
work.
yeah, you're gonna be at work. Good luck with that. We won't mention where it works, but it's gonna be a thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be on Sims 4 all day.
So-
it's fine.
Everybody, have a good evening. Remember my safety brief. Don't add to the population. Don't subtract to the population. Don't end up in the morgue, the hospital, or jail. But if you end up in jail, establish dominance quickly. Have a good weekend.
Don't forget to love each other too.
Yes. Also, don't forget to love each other. We will see you next Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Bye bye.
Bye.